What is this? Who dares? Oh, dang. You tell someone you want a truck and then they just send you links to that truck.
That's how it works.
That's exactly how it works. Don't tell people you want things. Hey, everybody. What's up?
That's how it works.
Are you ready, kids? Hey, you got to mute your video.
Yeah, I just did.
Oh, good.
So I can keep track of comments because I can't do it on this little thing. So
Yep. Yo. Hello, everybody. Mostly Avon. Hello, Avon. Avon needs a few minutes, so that's why we started late. Spencer Bowman is here. Spencer Bowman is ready to go from Bremerton. He already went from Bremerton once today to my house to give me money for priceless Dodge parts. What's happening, Spencer? I guess an introduction is where you're supposed to start. So this is Dead Dodge Garage Live. I'm Jamie. You know that. That's Tom. You know that too. Tom from Rocket Restorations at Rocket Resto, the guy who keeps writing my paychecks.
Every once in a while.
Occasionally. You know, it was a bank holiday yesterday, or Friday and yesterday for Veterans Day.
You couldn't deposit your check.
No.
Banks miss every holiday, man. Like to work those hours, man. Like,
yeah. Yeah, must be nice. I was out, to finish the Studebaker video for today, I was out in the shop last night until like 11. And I still just called it quits early and went, good enough. No one said anything about that. Like, I drove the car and then it was like, awesome, let's finish it. And then like 4 days into finishing it, I'm just like, it's good enough. It's finished enough. Put the video out. Anyway, I'm sure at least some of you have seen said Studebaker video that I launched today, super late, because I was busy selling priceless Mopar parts to this guy. Missed breakfast too. It was this whole thing. Anyway, no, it was cool. Super cool dude. He's putting together a 70 Swinger and he's doing a 4-speed swap, V8 and 4-speed at the same time. Yeah.
Awesome. Overdrive?
Yep. I sold him my good iron overdrive for some reason. I was going to put it right in the Valiant. It had linkage and shifter. And I've got an aluminum one that's really nice too. So he got to pick and he was like, I'll take the good one. All right, fine.
How much worse are the aluminum ones?
It depends. Like, they're kind of hit or miss.
I mean, you have more experience with these than most other people. So
yeah.
I think people like that information, actually.
So I think we've run 5 aluminum overdrives in cars. 4 of them were bad. 1 of them was fine. And I don't know the history of any of them, obviously, but like there's one in our van. It makes horrible, horrible noise. And that's usually what happens because the counter shaft starts walking in the aluminum case and then the clearances open up and then noise happens and everything's like rattling around in there. They don't shift well at all. The gear ratios are not great. So the aluminum still has, or the iron one still has the gear ratio problem, but they're a whole lot tougher, so you don't get the noise. Like, they're just as good as a 1-to-1. They just have the other ratios. But the vast majority of them are aluminum. And yeah, the aluminum case, it's not a good idea. But you can take all the guts out and have them bushed, and that fixes it. You know, you have a machinist put a bushing in there to get it back to the right size, and then the bushing will hold up better than the aluminum. So, yeah.
Just before I start getting into comments, I just want to do a quick plug. We're going out to McCacken this weekend. So for those of you who aren't familiar, it's the Muscle Car Corvette Nationals in Rosemont, Illinois, near Chicago. It's really the best muscle car show on the planet right now. Like, it's all the cool stuff's there. They had, I think, like 60 or 70 wing cars there last year. Like a couple years ago, they had pretty much every Hemi E-body convertible there. I mean, they had a whole row of like 30 of them, and there was like, couple $100 million of cars all sitting there. It's a really awesome show. But we got our 70 Roadrunner invited there. The black V code.
It's supposed to be black. It's supposed to be black. It's currently brown with flames on it.
Yeah, Jamie's done a few videos on that one, but that got invited to the barn find section. So hopefully, if any of you guys are in the Midwest or in the area and you end up going to McCacken, I'll be there all weekend. So I would love to talk to some of you guys if you're going to be there. Jamie, unfortunately, couldn't make it. He was invited, but he couldn't make it out there. So, but I'll be out there in the barn find section and hang around.
I'm playing a show for some reason. I don't know. I quit this band and now I'm back in it. I don't even know. I should have gone to McCacken.
Yeah.
I'll always regret it.
There'll be another year. Trust me.
There will. Martin Drago is on. How's it going, Martin? Dan Mopar's 5150 is here and ready as ever. How's it going? I can't hear you. How's it going, Rooster? Who also then said, why are you not live? I was waiting a few minutes. I even needed a few minutes. Donnie is here working on carburetors. Yeah, don't eat the stuff in the bottom of the fuel bowls. It's bad for you. How's it going, Rich? Happy Sunday. Bell James is here as well. Hey, y'all. How's it going, Bell James? Spencer Bowman's tough decision right now is which corner of the garage to store the slant 6 in. At least he didn't say he was going to put it in the dumpster.
They don't store well. They really don't. Like
they're so long.
They're not very balanced.
They don't balance at all. Yeah, mine's in pieces. Store's fine that way. I'm going to take the one out of that Dart Sport, and then I have to figure out what corner it's going in for the next 10 years. If it was a good engine, it would be going in something. But it's not.
Do you ever get rid of your storage? Do you ever get rid of your storage, or is that still no? Yeah,
still working on it. I just sold another transmission out of there. I've sold many engines out of there over the last couple of years. But yeah, I still have my big ads up. Like, come buy this stuff, make a package deal, just clear this place out. Hasn't worked out. So, and I don't have room here for all of it. Like, it would have to be piled in the yard. So we're getting to that point. Yes. I don't want to be scrapping perfectly good Magnum blocks and 318 bottom ends, but like at a certain point, I'm going to have to do that. So,
I mean, that's what I did. I moved 3 times in 5 years, and there's some stuff that probably shouldn't got scrapped. I got scrapped because I'm like, I'm not moving this the 3rd time. Like, I wasn't. So, it is what it is.
No, dude, we made so many executive decisions when we were cleaning out the old shop. I mean, you ended up with a ton of stuff when we were doing that.
I did.
At least one good truckload. But dude, I mean, I scrapped a perfectly good 361 block, like a really nice 361 block, heads. I scrapped a lot, stuff that just wasn't that desirable and not worth piling up. And of course I regret that because they're not making new Mopar parts, but anyway.
Oh, by the way, so Dan's Mopar's 5150 I think is Mopar 5150. They're bringing a bunch of cars to McCacken, but you guys have you guys have the first charger my first Mopar ever.
Oh, yeah.
They have it. I've been talking to you guys about maybe trying to do a trade with the Otterpop charger, but it hasn't happened. So,
I mean, I think there could be a deal there. The Otterpop's really nice, and it's so purple. It's beautiful.
Yep. First Mopar I ever had in high school.
Oh yeah, that charger.
Good.
Yeah, it's fine. There's a delay.
It's a 70 burnt orange original paint 332 barrel AC car. So I bought it in 98, 99.
Was it
before that? I was in high school. So it was like 96, 97, but it was original paint, like 70,000 original mile California car, just gorgeous car. Fortunately, the second owner screwed it up a little bit, but it's in Texas right now. So,
what year did you sell it?
College, right? Freshman year of college, I think. So it was like probably 99. I needed a car in college, so I sold it. And I didn't want to take that car to Spokane, sit out in winter. So
yeah, bummer.
Mm-hmm.
Good times. Hola, Tim. ¿Cómo está, Tim? Tony Sears is here. How's it going, Tony? Ken Uber. Hello from Nevada, the land of no rust. Yeah, I think they only
have cars in Nevada.
Yeah, I think they only have surface rust there when all the paint burns off. Dude, I love Nevada. I love ghost towns, and one of my favorite ones is Gold Point, Nevada. And there is so much cool stuff there. There's even like a Dart Sport, or maybe it's a Duster. I don't remember. There's a few Mopars actually, but there's like old equipment, trucks, and it's just, it's all still there. I mean, the paint bakes off, but the metal just kind of hangs around. Really cool.
What's amazing, it's like the 70 sports satellite parts car out back is the same way. Like it just had no paint left on it. It's rusted since it sit out here, but that thing was amazing.
Wow.
It's really clean. I need to park that thing out before it gets worse.
Yeah.
Hey.
Flaco the Skinny Kid did not send me cider for this one. It's not like I finished the first round either. I'll let you all sing that to yourselves. I'm not going to attempt that. That's good stuff.
Yeah, Donnie, Jamie may fight you on that Barracuda, so we'll see. I don't know if you guys saw my video today,
I don't need the whole car. I don't need the whole car. I need the bucket seats and the rear axle. That's all I need. And they
For which car? The garbage can?
What's that? Yeah. I need an 8 3/4. Like really bad.
I thought they had an 8 3/4. I thought it had an 8 3/4.
8 1/4 with 4 10s or 4 11s. And it has lived all these years, but by lived all these years, I mean it sheared all the ring gear bolts off once. But other than that, it's still going.
That happens. Well, for those who watched my video, I did a 64 versus 65 Barracuda differences, and I did the car. And Jamie really wants to sell it, so we'd like your opinion. Should I sell it to Jamie, or should I just hoard it?
You've got 2. You don't need both of them. I don't even want the car. I want the axle and the front seats. I got another axle, perfectly good axle to go right in it, and I don't know about seats, but dude, I never even thought I should get black original bucket seats for the Cuda. Why did I never think that? I could have taken them out of that gold car, but it was just so good and so complete. It's like I can't do that. I can't rob a way better car to fix my car. But I don't know. That one you've got is better than my car still, but I don't see it the same way. That gold car was like painted and the interior was like usable. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a little waterlogged, but that was a pretty nice car.
It was. Probably still is, unless that kid's ruined it by now. I thought about messaging him and being like, hey, buddy, what are you doing with the front seats in that car? You don't need those. And Flaco, the skinny kid, also says, greetings from North Central PA. What is up? Well, hello, No Beret. What's up? You only adopted the shadows. I was born in them, molded by them. Yeah. That's fine. I'm still pretty good at them. Donnie wins the internet. You can tune a car, but you can't tune a fish. I refuse to tune a fish. I'm not that. Tim's out of control. Something about REO Speedwagon from Rooster. Howdy, Dan. What is up? Why isn't Rocket in here?
Am I just chopped liver here? I'm right here.
If Tim continues typing, the little blue pill is making him do it. Tim, go toward the light. Go away from the light. I can never get that right. Good evening, Kelly Smith. What's going on? Scott Savinsky from Linwood is here. How's it going, Scott? We're not far away from you. And good evening, mostly Mopar. Hey, all 90-ish of you out there, if you haven't hit the like button on the live stream, you should do that because it does stuff for the thing with the deal. If I do this, you can see who people are. There you go. That's Rocket Tom. HGF2 is here and says, what up, DDG? The Stude vid was hilarious. She put up a fight to remain stationary. Seriously, that car has been the biggest pain in my ass for the longest time. And I've talked about it some in the lives here. I've been working on that video for almost a year. I started filming it last December. And it's so funny because at the beginning of the video, I was still a little more obnoxious, if that makes sense. And the thing you can't tell is the beginning of the video is super fast paced. It's like clip to clip to clip because I was cutting out so many dumb things that I said. I just don't want that on video anymore. So anyway, that's fine. By about the 10-minute mark, I was normal Jamie again. Good times. Anyway, yeah, that car is almost done. I still have to finish trimming out the interior and getting the seats mounted, and it will leave, and I will get paid. I guess I didn't say in this video that Studebaker is not mine. It's a friend of mine's. He recorded an album for my old band, and we were just talking about things, and he was like, hey, you've got a shop, and you work on old cars. I've got a Studebaker. Do you want to do an engine swap and 5-speed conversion in a Studebaker? Sure. That was a mistake. Anyway, yeah. It was hilarious.
That's a really cool car, though.
It is a really cool car. Yeah. The video was hilarious because of all the failure and misery. And good God, let me tell you, there was failure and misery. And I didn't even catch most of the lowest points on camera. I didn't catch blasting my mouth full of coolant. I didn't catch when the freeze plug blew out of it. Yeah. Just anyway, so much misery. Big Dave Turbo is here and says, finally online while you do your live show. Massive hello from the UK. Man, you stayed up really late for this. Thanks for joining us. Yeah. Just Ralph, a Jersey guy stuck in PA, says, saying hey guys from Central PA. Hey, what's going, Ralph? Mr. R. Hill Bob is here and says, happy Sunday fun day, everyone. I've missed a few weeks. Yes, I noticed that. Oh, you did sell the 70 finally. And my house. So it's been a busy month. Man, it has been a busy month everywhere, I swear. There's just, everyone's got so much going on. It's just like, stop the ride. I want to get off for a little while. But I can't. Good evening, John Donati. What's going on? Oh, and Flaco can't stay too late. Has to be out the door by 5 a.m. East Coast time. Oh, that sounds horrible. So what's up? What's new? I don't even know. What have we been doing lately?
Well, I'm trying to get that turquoise Charger to Germany, and that's been a giant fail. So
right. There's a video coming up on that. I'm sure you'll probably do one as well.
Yeah, I need to.
It's
we're the turquoise Charger. Jamie's done a couple videos on it, but some Germans came out this summer and offered me a lot of money for it. So, but they kind of had a list of stuff they wanted me to fix on it first. So we put the 360 Magnum from the 71 Challenger for the 392 Hemi swap in it. Yep. So Evan did most of that work. I was working on it a little bit too, and then he's like, "Well, we want to do the vinyl top. Well, we want to do the windshield." So because it had a cracked windshield, so it wouldn't pass inspection in Germany. And guess what we found underneath the vinyl top? Because it's a Charger.
Couldn't have been rust. There wouldn't be any rust in a Charger.
No, there would not be any rust on a Charger. So then he wanted us to fix that, and then he wanted to do vinyl top because the vinyl top was like crumbling in my hands as we're taking the windshield out, and slippery slope. Yep. That's the curse of rocket restorations. It's always a slippery slope. It's never as easy as you think it's going to be. So
Yep. Dude, someone commented today on the Studebaker video just like an hour or two ago and said, this is why at our shop we only work on newer cars, because with those older cars, it's always more and more and more. And it's like, well, yeah, but I'd still take that over like doing heads on a Power Stroke any day. I mean,
totally. Well, Dan, on your comment there, they're good friends of mine. They're good dudes, but we made sure everything was written down when we sold the car, so everything was agreed upon. Like there's missed a couple pieces of trim I'm gonna put on that, but all the rest is extra, so it's all good. We're on the same page. So
yep. We got that out of the way early. Yeah, so that's gonna get done. So yeah, it's a carbureted Magnum. It's not my Magnum swap video. I actually have a Magnum swap coming up finally, and Evan did all of it, so I didn't get to film anything. I got just a couple clips, but I'm gonna get a good look at the finished product before it leaves. Definitely looking forward to that.
You were gone. That was Danny. That was Donnie's week. So
I was busy.
I
was busy sanding.
Evan was doing most of the work. I was trying to run the shop, but that was more work than we thought. But it always is. So
that's just the way it goes. Plus, it had a 904, which leaked from everywhere anyway. So you had to do the transmission. So you had to get a drive shaft in it. Now it needs a full exhaust system. New
windshield, which I've got all the stuff. Although I'll tell you what, like I almost want to do a short video on this. So I got a new windshield for that Charger. So the one that came out was 0.29 inches thick. Then the new one is 0.19. It's like half as thick, the windshield. Like I don't even know how it's gonna fit in the car. Like I don't even know if it's gonna fit in the gasket. Like, and I don't know what else to do because like that's all that's available right now. But like
it's been that way for years.
Literally half as thin as the original one that was in that car. It's ridiculous. No, I got it from the local glass shop, but like the AMD ones are about the same. So
that's I was telling you, Mike did his some years back, and we found out it is way thinner. The newer gasket, at least on his car, did it worked. It was made to work with the new thinner glass, so it was okay. But I don't know.
It was not an AMD glass. I just got it at the local glass shop. I mean, we're not going, this is not like a numbers car. Like when we're doing like the high-end restorations, like we're doing Daytona right now, we'll do the AMD, we'll get the date codes from ECS, like we'll do all that stuff for it. This is just put a new one in. It was the cheap one, but like I was shocked by how thin it was. But even the AMD ones, I think they're a little bit better But I mean, they're just getting it from a glass vendor too. It's like, you know, it's not anything special. So they're maybe not as thin, but they're definitely thinner. We've had problems like they're physically smaller when you put them in. So
there you go. There's your next video. Put it in the notes.
Yeah,
you can have that one. Okay, I think you answered Dan's questions on that. Yeah, it wasn't AMD. It was a cheap one. Yeah. Eric Wilson is here and says, hello, all. I literally just got done watching the Studebaker video. Nice. I had it done at 10:40. I hit upload right before I went out to sell those parts I was talking about. And then I was out in the shop for like 2.5 hours. So, yeah, the video went up late. But apparently it doesn't matter because it's currently sitting at 6,000 views. So that's over double the best of my recent videos. Almost double the Dark Sport video. It's really interesting. It's the complete opposite. I was just expecting a repeat of the Power Wagon video where, dude, I've been working on it for a year. I put all this time and headache into it, and I just didn't expect it to do well. But there's enough failure, and dude, $140 of coolant, give or take, spilled on my shop floor in the course of filming that video. Like, just what a debacle. It's horrible.
And dude, like, that's like $50-$60 a pop every time you lose all that. Like, coolant is ridiculously expensive right now.
It holds almost 4 gallons. It holds almost 4 gallons.
I mean, I don't want to get all Uncle Tony here, but it's like, you know, everything's like, I mean, dude, the price, I mean, oil, an oil change, like, trying to do my diesel truck right now, like, you got to buy like the nice oil for it. You know, my 22 Ram is like, dude, it's freaking like $150 to do it myself. It's ridiculous. Yeah. And the fuel filter is like $125. It's ridiculous to do the basic maintenance on that thing. But I really needed that filter. I forgot to do that last time.
Yeah, you did. You said you did. I need to do one on the 3rd gen. I changed the oil finally. I changed the oil, but I haven't done the fuel filter.
Now it's gonna blow up. You know that, right?
It's gonna blow up. Yeah. I changed the oil, so it's gonna explode. Yeah, common rail engines are kind of good at exploding too, so that'll be fun. If it dies, God, I'd be really tempted to try and figure out how to P-pump swap it. I know it's been done. 12-valve P-pump instead, and then I can allegedly burn alternative fuels. I'd really like a truck that I could do that in. That you can't do it with the CP3 and the fancy injectors; they'll just die. But 12-valve.
Well, the old shop downtown, we had a German place next to us, and he was doing a lot of biodiesel stuff in like the mid 2000s, and
it always smelled like
a year and gave up. Every car blew up. Like, he did not have a single car that lasted more than like 2 years on that. Like, they just the fuel quality wasn't there, and it blew up.
It's really hard on injectors. Yeah, you'd never ever do that with a common rail type injector. But older mechanical stuff doesn't mind so much. You do have to filter the ever living hell out of it.
Yep.
And Dan liked the Stude video. Awesome. Well, thank you. It was many hours of my life and a whole ton of misery and wasted resources. And yeah, that thing's been in my way for almost as long as my daughter's been alive, but it's finally almost done. So looking forward to that. And then I get to start on his Dart. Yay! That's going to be, actually, I'm doing a Performance Slant 6 build, an NA Performance Slant 6, and that's for a 63 Dart. That's going to be pretty cool. So
that'll be fun.
It's not going to be all out or anything, but I'm definitely going to raise the compression ratio, better cam, mild port job on the head. I don't want to grind through it like everyone always does, but a little bit of work. What'd you do?
Oh, I just read a comment. Wow. I read ahead. Read Stacy's comment.
I could tell by the face. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jesus. Yeah. 2 air filters, engine oil filter for a newer combine is about $1,200. Nope. Count me out. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. I am out. Anyway, my sister doesn't understand why, but the scruff youngs me down. A little bit. I've realized how thin it is on top. My wife made fun of me for that. I thought I was going to have hair forever, but I guess not. Yeah, I need to do something with it. The haircut place closed, so I need to somehow con my wife into cutting it again. I could do it myself, but I'm a coward. Functional Histories is here. Oh, he's grabbing some noodles. Are you back? Tell me if you're back. Unfortunately, it was a bit of a shitty night because their bird died. So you had that comment about my bird, and unfortunately, my bird died. The nice one died several months ago. A cat got him, and that was a real bummer. I love that guy. But yeah, we still have the other bird. He's a humongous dickhead and doesn't like hanging out, refuses to be contained, just wants to chomp everyone. And so he doesn't get to fly around. But our other bird did. He was just always on my shoulder or on my glasses or eating my hair. He was cool. Anyway. Oh, but functional histories, let me know when you're back. Because I've got something here that I've shown on the last 2 streams and you were never here to see it. Daniel just got paint on his 68 Power Wagon. Nice. Very cool.
Nice.
I'm still slowly working on my 64 Power Wagon. I would kind of like to paint that truck someday. I really like it. It's a piece of garbage, but I really like it.
I heard Donnie's available.
What's that?
I heard Donnie's available.
Oh, yeah. No, I already told him when he was here. We've got plenty more work for him. Scott Pareto is here until I mentioned the Studebaker, so he's definitely gone by now. Now you need to get the Ford Abomination out of your shop. Which one? There's no Ford Abomination in the shop. There's one by the shop. It's broken.
The Galaxy?
Yeah. It's in the yard. It's broken timing or something. I've completely abandoned that project. I refuse to touch it, and I'm waiting for them to sell it so it can go away. I started making a video. I think I did 25 minutes on it and realized it's screwed, and I'm just, they don't want to pay for it. I don't want to deal with it. So it's not a Mopar. If it was a Mopar, I would have fixed it already. Anyway, Scott says, congratulations on almost getting the Hanger Queen out of the shop. Yeah, can't wait. We're getting there. Next couple weeks, I think. And then I'm going to set my sights on the Toolbox Charger. And I was talking to him about that on Friday, I think. And I said, I'm hoping to get the Stud and the Toolbox, the engine in that, and both of those out this month. And he said, I was kind of hoping that car could just stay there through the winter now. He doesn't want he doesn't have parking for it. So he's going to put it outside.
You know, what a coincidence. Neither do you.
Isn't that interesting? Oh, my God. Whoa. Lovejoy got this Fairlane, and no, he's messaging me about it. No, he hadn't mentioned it, but something got wedged in the exhaust on this Fairlane he picked up last week, and the exhaust pipe looks like that. The manifold looks like that. That's not good.
That's not good.
It shouldn't look like that.
Mm-mm.
Wow. Oh, when the old owner took it off the trailer, the tailpipe got wedged, and it ripped the manifold off. Wow. I've never seen that happen. That's really impressive. Donnie, how did you do that?
Crack. I've seen crack. I've never seen one rip off before.
Yeah. Me neither. Somehow Donnie did this to a carburetor that looked like it. Well, it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that nice. Somehow it looks brand new now. So I guess I'm just going to start mailing carburetors to him. That's cool. Yeah, Boy Rod Shop says, we made it from Apache Junction, Arizona. How you doing? I'm doing all right. How are you? What's going on? How are you, Tom? Tom, he's not here.
What?
How are you? How are you doing?
Oh, good. I kind of crummy week, actually. So.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know if it's something I should share on the live, but fortunately, we lost the shop dog this week, so it's kind of sad.
Yeah. Real bummer. Poor guy. He survived all kinds of things that lesser dogs might not have, but
they
don't live forever, and it sucks.
Yeah, we're doing gravel. I borrowed my father-in-law's dump trailer, so I've been graveling the driveway because it was becoming a muddy.
That's why I have this blister.
Yeah.
From raking gravel.
Yep. Jamie went out and raked gravel for half an hour, and he's horribly
pouring rain
disfigured.
Remembered why I don't do that anymore.
That's why I got the dump trailer. I got the tractor with the box blade.
Did you go out there and blade it at all? No.
Yeah, no, it worked pretty good. I've never used it before, so you can just go down and it kind of floats, and it did. I mean, it's not perfect, but like it did pretty good job. So
no, it's pretty nice. The problem you have is when your ground does this, because I told you I had a box plate on that little Bowen's tractor I had, and it was great. Yeah, the float's awesome, but yeah, the problem is it's not perfect, and so it still ends up needing to be kind of babysat a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. Tim never knew the Studebaker had a GM designed engine, nor did I know they were so anemically built. I assumed they were Ford 289. Yes, a lot of people assume that. They're completely different. Now, it's kind of GM designed. It's sketched. It's like they literally traced it off of the Cadillac. The outside looks like a Cadillac. The intake manifold and valve covers are either Cadillac or Oldsmobile. You can literally bolt them onto the Studebaker. The ports are giant compared to the little tiny Studebaker ones, and valve covers interchange. Like they're that similar externally, but internally, everything is different. Studebakers have like 1.5 inch intake valves. Like they are, or 1.55 or something. They are so small, and you can't put bigger valves in them because the valve spacing is so tight. The chamber is tiny. So yeah. And just the way they were designed, the piston design and everything else about them, they're physically like one of those GM engines, but they're way heavier and way worse in every single way. So that's why they got Studebakers or Superchargers.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know if you've ever taken apart like an early Hemi, like a 331, like 52, 53, like the ports on the exhaust on that. I mean, dude, they are like that big. It is insane how choked those motors are. Like if you just put like decent exhaust manifolds and ports on them, like you get like 50 horsepower out of those motors. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
That's just how the first V8s were built.
Right. Oh yeah, it was a different time. I mean, they weren't. Yeah, and that's the other thing to understand about the Studebaker too. In fact, I wrote a very long response to a comment about that. They weren't designed to make horsepower. They were designed to make fuel economy. I mean, it was Studebaker's attempt at a modernized engine to like keep up with the Joneses, but it wasn't. It was still designed as if it was an overhead valve V8, but like if one had been designed in the 30s. It was just, very archaic and very stout, extremely stout. You know, they take boost quite well. But the reason they got superchargers is because they did not have power potential NA. They didn't. They at least nothing compared to any muscle era engine from anyone else.
Well, and that's kind of what killed Hudson. You know, they had their flat sixes. You know, the Hornet was awesome, but like by 55, the small block Chevy came out and it was all over. You know, like they were just making so much more horsepower. So
the little small block Chevy. Old Stuff Rules is here and says hi from a mountaintop in Tennessee. How's it going there? YT Viewers here as well and says, love the videos this week. Dark content is always appreciated, especially when your own is down and refusing to play nice. Dang it.
Four videos this week. That's impressive, Jamie.
I'm going to try to keep, I'm not promising, but I'm going to try and keep it up 3 or 4 a week. Mostly because the channel seems to do really, really well when I put out that many videos.
It does.
It doesn't even really seem to matter if they're not necessarily the best videos, which tells you something about how all of this works. But, my idea, that's subjective anyway. I mean, you and I both have the completely wrong idea of what a good video is. We already know that. So, yeah. So, I did 4 of them. And today's, I almost just didn't release it because it got so late in the day. And I thought, just get it over with, put it up. I still haven't done my Lemons video. I need to finish editing that. My brother has a road trip video. He drove his 67 Impala into Utah. Is that as far as he went? Was Utah? I don't remember. He drove it to Utah and back.
Yeah. Yep.
And like more miles than I did in the Charger. And dude, he got like 4 hours of footage.
Oh man.
God. I'm gonna need you to dial that down. Yeah.
I mean, are you editing that for him?
I was going to, but he started picking it up. So the one that his video that came out last week on Roadrunner Metal, he edited that. So yeah, he's just kind of doing it.
I mean, if you can get your brother to do 1 video a week, that takes kind of a huge load off you, actually. So
yeah, it helps.
Do you guys like Colin's videos? I mean,
the responses have been pretty positive. I mean, they don't get as many views as mine. But I mean, it's cool. I mean, not all of mine get that many views either, so it is what it is. But yeah, he seems to be pretty good at it. He's getting the hang of it. At least a couple people watched that metal video and got a good ways into it before they realized it wasn't me. So that's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I already showed that picture from Lovejoy, but Lovejoy is here. Hello, Lovejoy. Kelly Smith says, can't wait to get my new t-shirts here in Canada. You got lots of fans up here. Let's go viral. Woo! I made an announcement in that video. What's that?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I made an announcement in one of the videos the other day that I finally figured out international sales. And the way I made international sales happen was by clicking one button. Who knew? So international sales are live. I've already had 3 or 4 orders from Canada, which is awesome. One from Kelly, so thank you very much for that. Yeah, if you guys are not in the country and you want my merch, you can actually go get it. I thought it was way more complicated than it actually turned out to be. It's amazing. Shopify just magically turns other dollars into US dollars. It does all the math, the conversions, the shipping, everything. So cool.
By the way, that's Jamie in a nutshell. Did you have to click one box? They couldn't figure it out for 6 months. That's Jamie.
It was more than 6 months. It was 8 or 10 months. So yeah, it was one box, and it was just like, it's just that thing of I don't want to figure that out. I don't have time to figure that out, so I'm just not going to. But what? Oh, not okay. Functional Histories is listening on the phone, not back in the shop. Oh, not Theo, one of his birds. Well, that sucks. Ray Adkins offered me a cockatoo. If you want him, come and get him. He drives me crazy making noises. Great. Just what I need. That again. No, I'm good. Anyway, I was going to put this up so Functional Histories could see it. The hood's still off. It's right here with me. The Corn Dog Charger. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. Anyway. Everyone wants a Corn Dog Charger. Now I have one. Ooh, and this. I've been meaning to show this to you guys for like months since I got it. It's a giant 68 Charger brochure. And I actually have the 68 Dodge all-model one as well. But obviously the Charger is my favorite for many reasons. For one thing, that car should look, pretty familiar. Like pretty familiar. But it's got a black top and interior like I always wanted. And there are all kinds of interesting things in here, but the highlight, I think, is this. Look how good the white stripe looks. It's beautiful. So now I have to decide if I put a white stripe on mine. I don't know. It's a tough call. Looks pretty good.
I think it look good on the red. It matches the top too.
It looks beautiful. Yeah, it would match the top. That's kind of key. It's kind of the best thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, there are so many comments. I'm never going to catch up, but I'll see what I could do. Brewster says the Studebaker video was so long. Yes. Yes, it was. If you think it was long for you, I had to make it and then edit it. It was twice as long almost when I started. So, Repair and Despair Garage is here. That's a great name. How's it going? Hello. Stacy's favorite thing about the Studebaker is the exhaust note. It's not how you'd expect that car to sound. Awesome job on it, man. Thank you. I wish I could take credit for the engine. I didn't build it. He didn't want me to build it. He sent it to the Studebaker guy, and we all see how that turned out. Whatever. It's fine. I fixed it.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing. Like the cam is just, it's perfection. It's great. I really like it. Oh, Dan Mopers 5150 says we will have our pink 69B there. Nice. Awesome.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing that. I know you guys are bringing a couple cars, I think, because I saw on your social media. So that's awesome. I look forward to meeting you there. I don't know if I met you in person. I've talked with Tony a few times. I found some paperwork for a CUDA you guys had in one of the dealerships I cleaned out. So, but yeah, I'll hopefully meet you guys in person there. So
nice. Cart 70 says, what's your opinion on the Lakewood small block Mopar bell housing? I think I'm about to install one because I think that's what is being included with Silver Sports TKX kit. I'm pretty sure it's the Lakewood. It's definitely an aftermarket aluminum bell housing. So I might know something about that in the coming months. Currently, don't know and have no opinion. Have no fear. The Dougster is here. I saw Dougster in Tony's live before we went on, and he said something complimentary. Don't remember what it was. And then he said he's got a Sun distributor machine. And I said, dang it, Tom had one of those. It made horrible noises and he sold it. Because I've let slip now that I'm a humongous distributor nerd. And I was pretty excited about the distributor machine, but also like, when do we have time to fix that or mess with it at all? So
you had the option, so but I got pretty good money for it. So
yeah, that's the other thing. Like, it's just, I'll find one someday. There's a nice looking one in the office at Johnson. Maybe I could just go borrow that one. Repair and Despair Garage says, "Oh, love to be there if it wasn't for stupid work." Well, damn it. Good luck. Oh, my sister says, "Wait, you're back in the band?" No, I refuse to rejoin the band. I am in demand. That is true. I can catch up with McCacken next year. Yep, I'll have to do that. I need to do so many things. God, it's hard with a family. I mean, you make it work. I guess I just need to try harder.
Well, I have 2. You have 1, so
I know.
It's twice as hard.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm not back in the band, but I am filling in for one show because my replacement had to leave the band. He had to bow out. It just wasn't working for him. So now I am the temporary replacement for my replacement. So I'm just playing one show, which happens to be next Saturday when Tom will be in McCacken. And the rest of the gang. Rich Jordan says, "I may make McCacken, hoping they have a reasonable swap meet. Info online is that there is a swap meet, but not many details." You know anything about that?
They do. It's pretty high-end swap meet. It's mostly guys who are selling kind of high-end stuff. There's neat stuff there. There's always some cool Hemi parts and stuff, but it's like, if you're looking for cheap deals, that's not the place to go. But I mean, it's fun looking at the stuff. There's always like cool race stuff, and it's all mixed, of course. So
yep. Nice. Very nice. Tony B dropped in. Of course, this was, holy crap, a really long time ago. So I apologize for that. I'm never going to catch up, but I will try. I might start thinning the comments a little bit to try and get to the end. 102 of you out there, thank you for hanging out with us. If you don't know, I'm Jamie, and that's Tom. We're just kind of talking Mopar and answering questions and comments here. So if you haven't hit like on the stream, please do that. Thanks for hanging out. And Tom, you'll be here another 45 minutes or something?
Yeah, right? About 7:30. I got to help put the kids to bed tonight. So
yep.
7:30, yep. Maybe a little bit after. If Uncle Tony shows up again, maybe I'll stick around long like last time.
You're out, or you're hanging, or you're hanging out.
Well, I don't know. I didn't get too many words in last time.
You want to actually get a word in edgewise this time? Good luck.
Yeah, there was some mutual admiration going on there, and I just kind of sat back and watched. So
in the moment, obviously, I was very excited. I actually rewatched that the other day, just while I was working on the Studebaker. I was listening to it and just realized again the small number of things you got to say.
But that was pretty awesome, man. I mean, like, you two going at it was pretty entertaining. So
highlight of my career to this point. So, Tony, wait, is it? That's weird. That says Tony B, but I thought a minute ago that said, I thought that said Cow the Destroyer, but now it says Tony B. That's weird. I'm confused. I might have been seeing things. But anyway, someone is halfway through the Studebaker video, and man, I need to roll that thing off a cliff. Yes. Yes, I do. Howdy, Busy End. How's it going? Mechanics is here and says, "Good evening, everyone." How's it going there? Do I have a 4.6 RE? Yes, I do. It's bad, but I have one. Oh, wow. Mopars 5150 just gave away a nice 40 over Magnum short block. Bummer. Yeah. Repair and Despair Garage. You stay away from my stuff. Okay, I don't actually know who this is. Who are you? Went to go buy one at Sideline, and the guy said Jamie had claimed the one I wanted. Yes, I have. You can't have it. It's probably bad, too. The fluid in it doesn't look any good, but I have claimed that. Don't you dare touch it. We're not using that transmission for the build I have coming up, but that engine is supposed to be going in an 80s short bed little shop truck coming up here. So, unfortunately, someone beat me to the computer before I ever saw it, but the rest of it's still complete, and it better stay that way. Anyway. I don't know who Repair and Despair Garage is, but again, that's a really good name.
Yeah, I came back last week, bring that 65 Barracuda back, and I get back late and it's raining, and there was a 67 A-body radiator in good shape I brought back, and Jamie was trying to take it. I was like, no, Jamie, no.
I put it in the shop. It's in the shop.
I have a 68 340 Barracuda that needs a radiator, and I don't have a radiator for it, so kind of need it for that. So
I have a way too nice aluminum side tank one that I guess I'll use on the 66 for the lightweight side of things. I don't really I would rather not. I'd rather have a stock looking radiator. But
it's not a stock build, and you want weight off the nose anyways. So
that's the whole thing. I'm leaving the front bumper off. I think, yeah. Yep. Dan also said Night Wrencher just did a turbo 361. Nice. I still have a perfectly good runner 361 in my storage unit too. I need to find a home for that someday. So many people have messaged me thinking that it's a 360 small block and it's a typo. Like, so many people. I cannot tell you how many people. I raged at the last guy that did it. Like, anyway, it's not their fault they don't know things. Yeah, that charger is with Tony at the Texas shop. You read that, I'm sure. Glenn Uromi is here, or was a bit ago. It says, hey, Jamie, good to see you, man. Hey, Tom, how's it going, Glenn?
Hey, Glenn.
Mechanics hardly has any small block stuff. Actually, looking for some stuff. Shipping would suck to Canada. I am the small block king. I'd stack them up like cordwood. I love small blocks. They're my favorites. Clapacious, something like that. Who I've seen some comments from, says, I've watched so much DDG today. Tomorrow's going to suck. Too cold to work on my Dodge here in Ontario. Damn it! It's getting cold here. My toes are cold. I'm running the teeny tiny. I fixed my wood stove finally, so I'll probably fire that up tomorrow. But I fired up my tiny little electric stove, electric heater in the shop, and I've just been like warming my hands up in front of it and like warming up my coat. It sucks. Scandinavian in America also dropped in and said, what's happening, folks? All kinds of stuff. I am not in the land of no rust, but we're in the land of slightly less rust than a lot of you guys. So we feel lucky about that. Definitely. Nice. Stage 0 Jason has the Lil Red out for the third time. Got a few more days of 50 degrees in sun there in Wisconsin. Yeah, I've heard the weather there is doing weird stuff. Wasn't Gary saying it's supposed to be like 60 degrees when you guys are in Chicago or something?
That's what he said. It was 15 last year, so that'll be a nice change.
Crazy.
Yep.
Steve Tucker is looking for a 65 CUDA with a 273 and baby 904 transmission. Well, I have the 273, but it's really bad, and I have the 904, but it's really bad, and Tom has 265 CUDAs, so we could probably put some things together. Yeah. Busy End says, Jamie, finding a late model RV 440 is not going well. So I was actually talking about this with Spencer, who came and bought parts today, because I have one and I tried to sell it to him. They're like actually hard to get now. It's stupid. They used to be free, $200-300. You could get motorhome 440s all day. They were everywhere. No one wanted them. They're expensive now. And by expensive, I mean, $600-800.
Yeah, and Busy End, where do you live? Because I just got offered a free one that I turned down. It's in Central Washington, though, so I don't know where you live, but I just got offered a free one. But I don't want to deal with it. Trying to deal with the Hulk. I mean, it had 40,000 miles on it.
Yeah, and that one was kind of cool too because it was fiberglass instead of traditional. But it still didn't look. I don't know. It didn't look like something I'd want to mess with.
Too big. Let me jump ahead here. Mike, I'll be at McCacken. I'll be wandering around. I don't have a booth, but I have a car in the barn find section. So you got my number. Just call me when you're there. We'll meet up. I'd love to meet you in person. That'd be awesome. So
yeah. Yep. Mike, you've probably seen it on video. It's that kind of ratty brown 70 6-barrel Roadrunner air grabber car. It's got flames and flared quarters, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Did it make it there in one piece?
Wheels and tires.
It's cool now.
Yeah, it did. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, and actually, a lot of the charger parts I got from the purple car are still at my buddy's place in Illinois. So it's actually a lot of those parts are going home in that Roadrunner. So because it makes a good shipping container.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Tim says the light. I caught it. Ow! It's hot. Like ballast resistor hot. Don't do that. That's bad for you. Dave is here and says, do you have the interior for the Studebaker and just need to put it back together, or are you restoring the interior too? You must not have made it to the end of the video yet. David Bisnet is late, was working on the 68 satellite and cut my hand. Why are you guys all hurting yourselves? Knock it off. It do happen. I stabbed myself yesterday with a dirty hook tool. It was like, it wedged grease into my hand and I couldn't get it out. So I might lose that finger.
By the way, you hurt yourself more than any mechanic that I know. I mean, like, seriously, like, I don't know what it is with you. Like, because most mechanics of your skill don't hurt themselves that much.
I'm just not smart. I'm just like, gung ho on everything, and yeah, every single knuckle. I mean, they're just scrapes and scratches everywhere.
I mean, like we're running out of Band-Aids at Rocket because of this guy. It's ridiculous.
I'm carrying my own in my Corolla now. Leave the dumb things. It adds to the hilarity factor. That's like half my channel. Someone, I think it was Dan Berg, said you should do a blooper reel. Dude, the bloopers are in the show. The show is like 29% blooper.
Mm-hmm.
Dumb stuff, things that go wrong. Like, I want you guys to understand, and I'm sure many of you do. There have been comments about this lately where it's real. My videos are real. Like, you can tell. In fact, I've had multiple comments this week on the Studebaker, on one of the other ones I can't remember. Love-hate relationship. Yeah, that's what this is. I love the cars, but God, they're a pain in the ass sometimes. And yeah, that's what you get on my channel. Some things are easy and some things just suck.
But I mean, I think that's a real secret to success, though. It's like you are yourself, and you're weird. So I mean, all car guys are weird, but like
people
you
like
take it to their level. So
yeah. Well, there are some weirder than me, but I at least have people skills. Some people don't. Some Mopar guys don't have that, and they're just you know. Mopar guys are all weird and they're all hoarders.
Yeah. So busy end. Sorry, I'm going. Yeah. We're gonna take so long to get these comments. I'll take care of them as I see them here. So busy end. Yeah, Maine's probably too far to get to ship a motor home, but I do not have any 66 Chargers. I'm trying to buy 2 right now. I just bought a 57 Belvedere convertible in Iowa, and the guy has 2 66 Chargers that I'm trying to buy, and we'll see if keep in touch with me. Like if I end up, I might, one's a 4-speed car, one's a 318. I may keep the 4-speed car, but the other one will definitely be for sale. So keep in touch. Like it's probably going to be May till I can go back and go get it because I'm going to go to the Minnesota show again next year. But yeah, I'm going to be dragging that convertible home. So, yep.
Yeah, cool. Just real fast. Oh, Dan appreciates me living in reality and being a fellow weirdo. Yes, thank you, Dan. Brent Forte said, "Oh, the Dead Dog's brother Kuda is a daily driver." Yes, his other daily driver, not a 64 Impala, a 67 Impala 4-door hardtop, the Supernatural car. His is light blue with a white roof. And Repair and Despair Garage, who may have said who he is or maybe have not. I still don't know. Says, isn't that Impala LS swapped? Yes, it is, but it's still a call-in car. So making it to Utah and back in one piece is still a major accomplishment. Just trust me. You'll see in the video. Like, it's still a call-in car.
Made it further than the Charger.
What's that?
Well, made it further than the Charger, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, we learned things. It's fine.
We got that fixed, so it's all good now.
It's really
you got the distributor fixed on it. Like, dude, it runs so much better now.
And Mike, the old owner, is in the comments here. He commented on that video, like, I knew you guys were the right ones to do it. You got it running, the way it's supposed to. It's just awesome. Super happy with that. Yeah, so are we. It runs great now,
Yeah, so next up, we got the HVAC. Yeah, we got the HVAC fixed. The control was bad. The buttons were frozen. Luckily, Mike sent us a bunch of extra parts, so we had a good thing. Although, one thing I learned, I did not realize this, that on an AC heater control on a B body, the wires are hardwired to a plastic switch. I didn't realize that. That's the way they did it from the factory. So you have to get this plug, and on an AC car on a radio, it is impossible to get to that plug. It's like I had to go through the ashtray to unplug it and plug it back in. Like, that should have been a 5-minute job, and it ended up being like 2 hours because that's how we roll around here. So, but yeah, we got to do. It still needs alignment because the wheel's not straight. I got the wood wheel on it, and we got to charge the AC. But then other than that, the car's pretty ready to go.
We're gonna make the driver's door work better.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to insist on that. Right. Yeah, if we could get the front.
Fortunately, I tried busy on a turquoise Charger, but I'll get him back on that soon.
Yeah. So, yeah. He needs to be set free on that at least a day or two. Like just button up those nice little things because it's such a great car. It just needs those little things. And we've gotten through a lot of them. The tire that was going flat constantly, you got that fixed the other day. The brand new tire. Yeah.
Dude, so Jamie's driving across country and the tires were from when it was restored. So they were 15 years old. So I'm like, Jamie's crazy. I'm not sending him across the country on 15-year-old tires. There's no way. So we get him mounted over there. They somehow broke the center out of one of the front Krager wheels. I don't know how you do that. Like the machine cracked it open, and then we get the car here and the rear tire goes flat after a week and the valve stem was bad. So I had to go pay some money at Les Schwab to get that fixed. It's just annoying.
Yeah. Repair and Despair Garage works at Les Schwab. And I'm sorry I don't know your name. I really, really suck at names. I apologize for that. Even if you tell me it doesn't matter because I probably won't remember. But I know who you are, and you're a cool dude and a hero. He did the axle shaft joint in my Cummins in the 3rd gen like a month ago before our road trip. It was like, remember, so I had them do one, and they like, it was so cheap for them to do it. It was like, dude, just take my money. I don't want to do this. And it shouldn't be. And he learned that on the last one because it did not want to come apart. And they usually don't. Like, they're just such a bastard. So anyway, yeah, cool. And he did the alignment on Collins Impala as well. We used to have Bruce over at the middle store 311 do all our alignments. We loved Bruce, but he retired. So now you get to do them, and you're way closer to home. So that's great. Ross finally got here, was busy watching these two guys' brand new videos. Yeah, we've been busy boys. We got all kinds of stuff going on. I noticed.
I've been really trying to do 2. I've been trying to do 2 a week, and I did 2 last week. But like, I kind of had a rough week, so I only got 1 out this week. So, and then we're doing McCacken next weekend, so I'll do a bunch of videos for McCacken. I'm gonna do probably 10 or 15 videos for McCacken. I'll have a lot of content for a while from there. Nice. So.
Awesome. Yeah, I know there's going to be so much cool stuff to see. And how many subs are you at now? You're getting
1143 as of the start of the chat. But if you haven't subscribed to @RocketResto, feel free to do so. I would appreciate the subscription. Yes,
you should definitely go do that. There's all kinds of
quality. 2 more since the chats. 2 more since the chat started. 2 more since the chat started. So
awesome. Yes. If you haven't followed Rocket Restorations, you should do that. He's got all kinds of cool stuff going on over there. And it's all Mopar, so I know most of the people here will appreciate that. Repair and Despair Garage is just a guy. And Rust is amazing here. Bruce is an amazing guy. Yeah, we love Bruce. It's so funny. In his retirement, he became a bus driver. So when my nephew who lives here was going to preschool, Bruce had to pick him up every day. It was really fun. Thanks for joining us, Ross. I'm slightly catching up on comments, slightly, kind of, sort of, because they slowed down a bit, but not really. We're never going to get there ever. Glenn Uromi, finally getting a handle on the electrical problems. Nice. Any tips or advice on changing the bulkhead connector? No. If you're going to put in a new one, great. I would clean and grease yours. If it's salvageable. If there are burn connectors, instead of replacing the whole thing, if the rest is not too bad, but you just have the burn main wires, you can cut those out and run new wires all the way through. That's usually the way to go on that. If it's a restoration, or if you can just afford the new dash harness and the engine harness, cool. As far as because you have to, if you want to change that, you're changing the whole under dash harness. So yeah.
What car does Glenn have? I'm not familiar.
74 B body.
B body. Okay, yeah. The engine harnesses are really cheap. The dash harnesses are not. They're like $500-$600, and the biggest problem we've had with those is the connectors. Like, for whatever reason, like when you go engine to the bulkhead, the connectors never quite connect. So you can't just plug those things in. You have to be really careful to make sure if you get a new harness that they're plugged in full,
wires,
because we've run into that a lot.
What happens is it'll be on there, but it'll be pushing individual wires out of the connectors. We actually had that happen on the Roadrunner, which was hilarious. It was a wire that was out, and once I got it in, it started melting because there was a short in the alternator. I don't know if you remember that. We were running it hot wired because,
I do.
We decided to fix it, and that's what happened. It was a new harness. The dash harness wasn't new, but the engine harness was, and a wire had pushed out of it. So once I got it to make contact, it started melting, which was awesome. So yeah, something you got to watch for sure. And yes, not to brag, but I am creeping up on 20,000. Pre-congratulations from Donnie. Thank you, Donnie. Pre-thank you from Donnie.
Jamie's getting real close. He's pretty excited about it.
I am very excited. We're going to do a 20,000 sub special. I think we collectively decided in the live last week that I'm going to do my 79 Chrysler 300, which a lot of people love. I basically haven't touched it in months. I really want to. I have brake parts for it. I have a lot I want to do, but I need to build a thermoquad for it. I need to build an earlier thermoquad that doesn't have the electrical BS in it. So I'm going to take like 6 thermoquads. I'm going to pull that car into the shop. And then the video is going to be taking apart all these thermoquads and trying to make one good one and get it fired up, tuned right, and running awesome. And I'm going to do that live. I'm going to have to try very hard to have everything together. And I'm going to have to get someone to be here to manage comments. I'm hoping my little brother will be bored because he seems he's pretty good at the live stream hosting. So I'm hoping I can get him to come do it. And I might need a third person on call to go run for parts. So yeah, I might.
If you need some parts, thermopods.
Yes, I may be doing that this week. Looking for a good core there. I have like 5 or 6 of them. But it has to be the right style. It's got to be the late style with the rear fuel feed, but no electronics. So yeah. Anyway, we're getting there. Yeah, the growth has slowed down a little bit. I was picking up 2,000 to 2,300 subs a month for a while there. I hit 10,000 in June, so I'm going to hit 20,000 in less than 6 months, and that's crazy. So, yeah, it's really interesting. What a freaking ride. Gary Hergert is here, Tom's brother. And he says that I did a Herculean effort this week getting the puzzle of the 440 Macho Ramcharger back together. It should be running and driving next week if I can stand open headers. I'm going to have to bring earplugs. We've got earmuffs. It'll be fine. I am going to get it. So it runs. We need to get the actual fuel system hooked up. I still need to finish accessories. Gary had the radiator restored, which is awesome, except for what it costs. So it's got to get from him back to us. And then I can get the radiator.
I think it's here. I think Trev brought it down today. I think it's here.
Yeah,
so
cool.
I haven't checked, but I think it's here. So
awesome. Yeah. So I will be getting the radiator in it on Tuesday and then getting all the accessories. It's still more puzzle to figure out, but yeah, we're getting very close there. It's going to happen. So yeah.
That truck is awesome, by the way. Like that thing just pops in person. Yeah. Like it is so
has
cool.
All the things. It's just like a loaded black California removable top Ramcharger with the big block.
Yeah, factory 440 Macho package SE. It's got a 2-inch lift, like original numbers matching motor. Like it has NOS SMS seat covers for it. Like, dude, this thing's gonna be freaking awesome. It's on a total survivor truck. Yep. Like I'm really looking forward to getting it running. So I'm hoping to get the exhaust done this week, but I don't know if I have time because I'm leaving Thursday for McCacken. So we'll see if we get it done this week or not.
Well, either way, and I mean we could do a follow-up actually driving it on the road later, but I want it running. I want it yard driving, open headers, making ridiculous noise, and just, making sure it works. It's going to be great. So,
get it a little muddy.
Yeah, we'll have to be careful there. It might need a bath.
Well, it's pouring out here right now, so that's going to be pretty muddy no matter what we do.
Yeah. Oh, I guess you saw that. Yep. We're hip to that. Been there, done that. I haven't, but Tom sure has. Tim says, serious note, is it easier to Buick swap an AMC Javelin or Dodge Magnum swap one? Honestly, I think it's kind of the same. I mean, you're fabricating mounts and switching transmission. The AMC Javelin, if it has a torque flight, forget it, because it's not the Mopar torque flight. It's not going to connect up. I do know that people do Magnum swaps in AMCs. I think the engine mounts are closer than anything else. I think they use a block mount very similar to the Magnum, so it's pretty easy to get the engine in there. That's my understanding anyway. I've done an AMC V8, but I can't remember what the mounts are like, but that was my understanding, that it's pretty easy to get the engine mounted in there. It is not going to connect to the transmission. Even though some AMCs use torque flights, it's not the same at all. So you still need to change transmission. You still need to get it mounted and leveled in there. So I think it's probably about the same. Javelin, I mean, I don't think the Buick engine that was in the Jeeps was ever in those. Maybe you could rob all the parts out of a Jeep, but it wasn't AMC yet then. So I don't think anything there is really going to help.
Well, and there was a Turbo 400 behind those. So,
yeah, right.
Because I still have that Wagoneer out back, which really need to get on the lift and clean out the tank so it can run on its own. But yeah.
Yes, we need to do that. I like that truck. So yeah, Buicks are great. I like the Buick V6 too. I really do like Buick engines, but I don't think it's easier either way. I think it's down to which one you want in there. And me, I'd be doing I wouldn't be doing an AMC. No offense. They're cool, but I'd keep an AMC in it.
Okay, I'm going to jump forward to a comment here. So Bill, that's awesome. I love cop cars. That's my thing. I had a chance to buy a 72 Cornet X Mason County Sheriff car a couple years ago, and I should have bought it. It was stupid. It didn't have a motor in it, so I didn't want to deal with it. It was like really rust free, like really nice car. But yeah, thanks for subscribing to my channel. And that was I regret not buying that. I had a chance to buy one a couple years ago and I didn't. So
Bill says he spent 10 years restoring mostly vintage race cars, which sounds awesome. I love vintage race cars. I'm building my own fake one. Edward Poe, fake vintage race cars. Edward Poe asked, or said, I was going to ask how hard was it to ship that Cobra? It's not hard. A Russian came with an enclosed trailer and picked it up and took it away. He took it direct all the way to Maryland.
Magic.
I honestly don't know what they paid for it at that time. I think it was about $2,500 to get it all the way across the country. It might have been a little cheaper, but I'm really not sure. Old cars are like onions. You never know what you're gonna get. That's
not
no one got it. It's not good. That one's not gonna land. All right. Ross said something on newer stuff. No idea. All Classics Restoration is here. Good evening, Jamie and DDG gang. McCacken is on my bucket list of shows too. Just not going to happen this year. Cool video on the Stude. I feel your pain. Worked on an Avanti recently. As I understand, those are way harder to work on, at least engine-wise, because they're a lot more enclosed underneath. The Hawk, like everything is right there. The cross member's in front of the engine. It just has tiny little mounts. I took the oil pan out of it in the car. Like, they're easy to work on in that regard. I've heard the Avanti is not so much. So, yeah. I've heard doing those freeze plugs in an Avanti is damn near impossible. So anyway, I'll keep the Hawk. Thanks for being here. Moparman67 says, hats off to your recent C-body videos. Yes, the people love the C-body videos. And if you don't know, over on Tom's channel, that's where the full sizes and the cop cars live. He's kind of that guy. I have some of them now, but only because, they're in his world and I borrow them. So, yeah. I think they're cool. I'm getting hip to them. They're still not, I've always been an A-body guy and Chargers. And that's where my real love is. But I do like the C-bodies a lot. And I love your videos with the granny cars, the four-door slants. Yes. Many people love the granny cars. They do really well. Oh, Ross says, on newer stuff, spent the afternoon helping my son button up a 17 Ram 1500 he put together. 4 brakes, 3 different size bleeders. Nope. I've done an engine in a truck like that. Yeah. Johnny's Garage dropped in a while ago, like a really long while ago. Hello, Johnny's Garage, if you're still hanging with us. Rooster has to leave early. He's just bushed from all the outside yard work today. Yeah, something about a mini excavator and digging a big-ass hole. Have to do it all over tomorrow, but it's coming together nice. Yeah, look pretty good. And you said no one would watch it. Yeah, they watched it because I said that. Because it had
that is our running joke between Jamie and me. Like, dude, I did a road trip this summer, and it was like some of the coolest stuff I've ever done. Like, went through these old dealerships, bought these cool signs. Like, dude, I had Jamie help me edit the videos. So I'm not good at that at all. And like, no one watched either of the videos.
Yeah,
like,
they were good videos.
Hours. I mean, I literally traveled across country to do this. Jamie edited them all, and like, no one watched them.
So much work. You're telling a story, showing cool stuff. Like, I think they're really cool videos. And yeah, you put a lot into it, and I put a lot of time into editing it, and no one cared. Yeah, happens.
I mean, they're out there, they're still cool videos. So
yeah. And I still think, it's such a huge part of what you do. I still think you probably just have to keep doing that, and hopefully, eventually, people catch on.
Well, I'm gonna try to get that Rook sign up this week. If I can get the Charger running, so I can get it out of the way. Like, I really want to get that sign up, and I'll do a video about that, just hanging a super cool giant sign. So
yes,
I don't know what I'm doing either. So
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, it's a learning experience on that one. Can't wait. I said something like, "Are you going to anchor it? How many studs are you going to anchor it to?" And you just said, "I have no idea what that means, or what we're doing, or how we're doing this. We're just doing it."
So it's for those who haven't watched the video on my channel. So I went back to Kansas to get the sign. I mean, there was other reasons, but like the main reason I went back to get the sign. So it's a 20-foot long sign that says Rooks County Implement on it, and they were a Chrysler Plymouth dealer, a GMC dealer, a John Deere dealer. I think there were one other dealer too, and they had like multiple signs in the building. So they had like a Chrysler, a Plymouth, a GMC truck, and a John Deere, and then they had the Rooks County Implement in the middle. And the only reason that was still up in the attic is because somebody else bought all the other cooler signs years ago.
Yep.
But now the signs are going to be worth so much money. Like, of course I bought it. So I had the neon done, and it's pretty freaking cool. It's like John Deere green, and we're going to get up on the shop. I got a spot on the beam. It's on the opposite side of the Dodge neon I've got up there. Jamie's done a lot of pictures of that video, that sign too.
Oh yeah, I feature it whenever I can. Yep. Dan Tupper said he liked your road trip and old dealership videos and stuff.
Awesome. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it. Yeah. Somebody watched it.
Yeah, someone appreciates you. Functional Histories is your 1144th subscriber.
Thank you.
And he said something else, and then something about a CDC.
He asked how long I've been doing it. So I've had a YouTube channel forever, and like,
right.
I mean, this is how bad I am at this. Like before, Jamie started working for Rocket, I just was experimenting with it a little bit, and I posted one from the Brothers collection, which is pretty much the best like collection in the world. But like somehow I made it like for kids, and like there was no comments, and then all of a sudden I looked at it this fall, and Jamie's like, "Dude, you have 50,000 hits on this video." I had no idea, no clue whatsoever. So then a couple months ago, Jamie's having success with this, and we kind of thought it was a different niche, having a restoration shop doing some of these videos where I'm trying to get more in the numbers, the correctness, like how to do stuff. Like Jamie doesn't want to do like basic how-to videos. I think that's more in line for my channel. And I got on cool road trips, buy cool cars. I mean, there's definitely some overlap. We both did my dad's Chrysler 300L and some of that stuff, but people still seem to be watching all of them, so that's good. Yeah. But yeah, I've been serious about it for like 3 or 4 months, and then Jamie shared one of the first videos I did, which was on my 72 Polara, and it just like blew up. I got like 55,000 hits. I got like 600 subscribers for that. So I was just lucky. I got over 1,000 really quick. So
yeah, yep. That's kind of how mine worked out. I got to 1,000, and then it was a slog to get on from there. I don't know. A couple things hit really well, and now we're here. But yeah, it's always so interesting. It's just you jump and then you crawl.
You got the UTG boost. That really helped too. That
did help. That helped a lot for sure. Yeah. I got 300 or 400 subs directly from him, and then I also had 3 videos blowing up at the same time. And honestly, the one that he referenced and sent people over to that I got all the subs through, it never got the views. That video never really did much. So it was really just him mentioning my channel. People went, "Oh, okay, click." So it's really interesting. But yeah, BCC Photech down below, and I apologize for jumping around a little bit. Wanted to know if I know the Cold War folks, Cold War Motors. I don't. I've seen a few of his videos way back. People said there were some similarities between us. He seemed pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know him. I was also told he does his own music. If you ever hear music on my channel, I made it. He does that too, which is awesome. It's really awesome. I don't know a whole lot of people that do that. So I thought it was unique, but I'm not. Oh, and McLovin Garage subscribed to us both. Appreciate the quality Chrysler Corp content. Thank you, McLovin. Appreciate that.
Dan just did a comment. Yeah, I'd love to see pictures of your shop. It's just shoot me an email. It's tom@rocketresto.com. It's pretty easy. It's on my website too. Just rocketresto.com is my website. Or I got a Facebook page. Like I'm pretty easy to find. Just Rocket Restoration. I'd love to see. I'm a huge sign and collector, so I've got a lot of really cool plastics and neons, and I've been collecting this stuff for a while. And I got a hold of an old Chrysler dealer list a couple years ago from 1970. So we've been traveling around the country and like knocking on doors of these old closed down dealers that have been closed since the 70s, and it's amazing what they still have in the attic. I mean, I can't afford like the $20,000 porcelain neon signs anymore. Like the prices are just insane. So like I go out and go find it and get it because that's what I can afford, and I can generally get it for a little better price that way too. So
yeah, it's cool. I need to get my roof. Oh, Donnie does his own music, he says. Yeah, all right. Oh, we recently learned Duddy's Adventure. People compared me to Duddy a lot when my channel was smaller. He's also a Mopar guy. We like almost kind of talk the same and do similar things. So I was watching one of his videos again the other day just for fun while I was working on the Studebaker, and I realized Duddy is the middle ground, the perfect middle ground between me and Donnie. Big Ranch Tech Donnie is like, you listen to me and then you listen to Donnie and then you listen to Duddy, and it's like, dude, this is creepy. Like it's terrifying. Anyway,
there's more you out there.
Oof. Yeah, we're not unique. We're taking over. Sorry. Bob Me says some of the factory G11 tinted glass in 69 didn't have any PPG nor date codes. No idea where it came from. Do you know about that?
No, I don't. I mean, every piece of glass should have the Chrysler part number on it and a date code, because like the reason they did date coding, I mean, it's not for like OE restorations. The reason they had to date code is if there was any problems with the manufacturing process, they had to be able to go back and see when it was made to try to fix the problem. Like that's why there's date codes on all the Mopar parts. It's a manufacturing thing. So like, I mean, I'm not saying it didn't happen. Everything is everything on Mopar. I've seen a lot of weird stuff in this world. But I've never seen one. So I mean, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but I've never seen one. So
man, my vision is getting way worse. It's terrible. Dave's still surprised there was coolant in it. Most engines and cars I buy only have water and rust in them. In which? I don't remember. I don't know what he was talking about.
He's talking about the Studebaker.
Oh, well, I put the coolant in there, and then it blew out. It was a brand new engine that I put together. Yeah, I kept filling it with coolant too because I was like, yes, it's fixed now. It's fixed now. I'm sure it's fixed. You can't possibly blow out another freeze plug. Yeah. Sam's Club's been running some good oil deals. We don't have that here, but good to know. Tractors, hit up Tractor Supply for the 5-gallon buckets of 1540. That makes a lot of sense. I've never done that. Yeah. We kind of read Stacy's comment earlier. Eric Tate's here and says, good evening, everyone. Jamie and Rocket. Jamie, I love the Studebaker. Those cars were very underrated. Strong here from Philadelphia. Nice. Thanks for dropping in, Eric. I think they're really cool, too. That car, I had only heard one run once before we took it apart. I never drove it. I had no idea what to expect. I had no idea how it would run, what the new engine would sound like. I don't know anything about Studebakers, let alone a supercharged one. So, yeah, it was really interesting. I thought it was friggin' cool. It sounds great. So, yeah, thanks for being here. Repair and Despair Garage says Performance Slant 6 is an oxymoron. I disagree. And Spencer, I almost mentioned that because he just bought a set of headers for his Slant 6 before he decided to go V8. I don't think Dave wants to do that. I'll ask him, and if he does, I'll let you know. But I don't think we're going to go quite that far. We're going to raise the compression, a little better cam, little flow work on the head. Honestly, the engine that's coming out is just getting tired, but it runs really well. It's one of the best running slants I've ever heard. So yeah, the one that I'm going to be doing is the lightweight 80s hydraulic cam engine. I think we're going to put the mechanical, solid lifter cam stuff in it. And then get a performance cam, but we'll see. It's going to be fun. I've wanted to do one for a long time, so I am looking forward to that. Richard Stanberry would like to see the garbage can Barracuda given a Slant 6 and 904 and restored to daily driver status. That will never happen, ever. That will not happen. Nope.
There are cars for that. That's not the car.
There are lots of good cars for that. That will not happen to the garbage can. It's not that car. That car, when I know where multiple.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got options.
I know where multiple are at the super secret estate sale and that are under $500 complete and run. So it's like,
well, there's plus cars there are for that. 2 Barracudas in your yard if we wanted to build it. I just don't. I would love to get another Slant 6 automatic cruiser car, but I'm not going to turn my drag racer project into that. That car is pretty hacked up already. It's already set up for fender well headers. It's already been a race car. It's not going back, but it will be street drivable. And when I got it, it had an aluminum headed 360, 4-speed overdrive, 411 gear, glass packs, 3-inch exhaust with side tips. And it was my daily driver. It was basically my only car. So yeah, I mean, I'll drive it, but it's not going to have a Slant 6 again. There will be, so there's that NA Slant 6 project coming, and then I'm going to turbo one, but I don't know when that's going to happen. I have no idea. Just Me says, my Mopar YouTube channel shows old Dodge mechanic videos. I've seen a lot of them. Yep. I love that stuff. Old dealer videos and things. Cool. Yep. Really cool. They have some of the slide videos, don't they? Isn't that where they're hosted?
Yeah, I've got most of that stuff.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah, it's cool.
But they digitized a ton of them. I'm pretty sure that's the channel. Come on.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty sure. Pretty sure. Yes. Yep. And they've got the dealer promos, the selling this car versus Ford or whatever. There's a Chrysler MasterTech video from 1948. Yeah. My Mopar is a really cool channel. There's all kinds of cool stuff on there. Dan says, I need to find an old Flow B haircut tool. Don't know what that is, but it sounds painful. Bobby Muse used Valvoline 85140 conventional to top off an 8 3/4, added the friction modifier. Why does everybody say don't use synthetic? Because of that. I mean, you have to run the modifier. Don't use the newer synthetic GL5 spec stuff in the transmissions. Use GL4. But I think in the axle it would be fine as long as you're running the limited slip stuff. I think it would be fine. Hair today, gone tomorrow. It hurts, but it happens. Can't wait. Eric Tate says, stay away from electric cars and trucks. Yuck. I have some ideas about that. You won't be seeing me build one on the channel. It's not where my interest lies. But I will say, electric cars can be fast. Ford Galaxy, you say? Yes, a really nice 64 Galaxy XL 390 automatic. $3,000 plus shipping to your door. Yeah, Ray Adkins said, I have a cockatoo, Jamie. If you want him, come and get him. I am not going to do that. Long live the American classic cars and trucks. You know it, Eric. That's what I'm here for. That is my whole thing. Tim says, if your pipe looks like that, Lovejoy's Fairlane, you may need to consult a doctor. Oh, yeah. Stacy's got 2 thermoquads and some valve covers boxed up and ready to come my way. Just have to add Canadian treats. Stacy, all I'm saying is I'm going to hit 20K really soon, and one of the cores you have might be perfect for this car. So I'd be really excited to use one of those. So, yeah, go ahead and get those moving my way at your earliest convenience, and thanks again. I'm going to owe you so many favors after this. Lovejoy found a 70 Ranchero with a 5.0 and the right manifold, so it worked out. Nice. Functional Histories is back. If you guys don't know Functional Histories, he built this. It's my Charger, but tiny. Check him out. Drop a sub. Don't worry about the hood that fell off. That's fine. Yeah, we're super mega way far behind on comments. I feel like you and I have more to talk about, but I don't know what it is. No idea.
I mean, just rocket stuff, you know, like Jamie's putting together the motor for the Daytona right now. I'm pretty excited. We've got to work on Daytona before. This is the first one we've got to do pretty much a full build, and we're doing I'm going all out on this one. Like I've never, I mean, it's been a while. Like we did the 71 Hemi-Cuda, but I was kind of partially involved with that when we finished that OE restoration. But this is like the first one we've gone OE. I'm going overboard on this. Like everything's right. Every nut, bolt, and fastener. You know, we're not using reproduction, spark plug wire holders. We're not using shields. Like we're doing the best we can to put all original parts on this car.
Have you found OE air to put in the tires yet?
No, I have not.
Damn it. Well then.
I got a couple spares in the back. We could suck the air out of the spares and then put that into. So
we could definitely do that.
You know what? God. I mean, there aren't very many cars where it's worth doing this. It's a numbers matching 69 Daytona, you know, red with white interior, and it's there's a lot of NOS parts I've been stashing for a long time, and
that's a white interior car.
No, sorry, black interior. Sorry,
black interior. I thought you said white, and all the parts are black. So then I was really.
I might have. It's red, black interior, black stripe. So
yeah. Morning, Patrick Ramberg. How's it going? Dave Bisnet wants to know what the difference between a 904 and a baby 904 is. Well, I think they just mean they call it the 904 baby because it's so small. It's just a little guy. A 904 is a 904. There are different versions of the internals over the years, but I don't think that's what they were talking about. Lovejoy walked the pick apart for 2 hours trying to find that 302. Repair and Despair Garage just did an alignment on a Studebaker Hawk with a Cadillac 500 in it. Studilac. That was the classic swap because the Cadillac engine goes right in there, and it's so much better in every way. Dead Dodge Mom says, hi to everyone. She is absent this evening. She's seeing a movie for some reason. Good times. Cries in one video every 3 months. Yeah, that's about where I'm at. Fleco says, I enjoyed the Stude video. I got to go. Happy to send you a treat for 20K subs. Please do, but make sure it won't kill me. I fully intend to play the Dead Dodge Garage drinking game during the 20,000 sub special. It'll probably be in an evening, you know, at an appropriate time for playing the Dead Dodge Garage drinking game. And I imagine it'll go a couple hours like these usually do.
You know, you don't have to drink the whole thing. You know that's possible, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just checking.
But if I have to sip every time I have to sip, it's going to become a problem.
Oh, that's true. I crushed my beer. It's gone. So.
Oh, yeah.
Although, anyway, I'll give you credit. I think you've done better than you usually have, like tonight. You've actually done pretty good. You really haven't done much of that tonight, so that's good.
You shouldn't say things like that. No, I still have...
Yeah.
I've only got a half hour left. Speaking of which, I'm sure you'll have to go here in just a minute. And I almost have half of my drink left. So, guys, thank you for hanging out. Still 83 of you out there. Tom's going to peace out in just a minute here, I think. Although Uncle Tony hasn't jumped into the live yet. So, you know, if he does, then Tom will have to stay and say nothing.
Worked out last time. So
worked out great.
Yep.
And anyway, that's the Rocket Tom. I don't know. Tap out whenever you want, I guess. But
I'll give it 5 more minutes.
Okay.
The kids already have jammies on, so I'm good.
Oh, nice. There you go. Just got to go like throw them into bed and turn the light off. Does that work with yours? Sometimes I throw.
No, I got to read my story. I got to read my story and sing them songs and yeah.
All those things. Check for monsters under the bed. They went to Capitol Reef to see the eclipse. It's really cool. He's got really cool shots of his Impala and at Capitol Reef, so it's really neat. Old Stuff Rules really liked your video on the Barracuda and has a 65, so that was really cool. Nice.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We've got multiple 65 Barracuda owners in the group, so nice. Yeah, we've got good videos. Info and reality. Yes, actual reality, not the fake kind. Dan from 5150 has seen those 289s take 28 pounds of boost like a champ. Wow. Not sure how much water it takes for freeze plugs. So it's like mine, all of it.
28 pounds?
That's a lot.
I mean, isn't the head gasket kind of the limiting?
What's that?
How many head bolts do they have?
Enough. Well, the other thing is, so the boost number is a measurement of restriction, and if there's one thing the Studebaker engine has, it's restriction. So you know, you'll see a higher number. But cool, awesome. I'd love to see that, dude. The Supercharged 289s. Oh, Stacy's gonna send me that stuff tomorrow. Treats will come later. Thanks, Stacy. I mean, treats for the live would be great too, but crap. I got some ketchup chips. I was going to eat them tonight. Oh, well. There are successful fast racers and vintage, like stock eliminator type racing people running Supercharged Studebakers. They're really good. Hobby Macia says a 64 Power Wagon went for $15,000 about an hour ago here in Texas on eBay. Give you an idea of yours value. Mine is a total piece of absolute garbage with a smashed roof. The windshield doesn't fit right anymore. No single panel on it is straight. It's not super, super rusty, but it's regular rusty, and it was fixed with Bondo 30 years ago. So I have an idea what mine is worth. I got the wrong step side bed. I'm going to put that on it after modifications. It's not going to be worth much, but it is going to be cool. Hey, that's a sweet little ride. I wonder if anyone else would want one. If you need a tiny version of your car made, Functional Histories is your guy. Although I happen to know he has a humongous backlog of projects. So just saying. Ed Hackett's dad bought a 57 Golden Hawk when new. Nice. He saw a white one at the auto show at Chicago's McCormick Place. A month later, the same car was for sale at the dealership in Grays Lake, Illinois. Nice. Very cool. Dan prefers my videos. Take that, Tom. What are you going to do? Deal with that. My videos.
I think he was talking about your brother, not me.
Yeah. Well, take that,
I'm assuming what he's saying.
I can misquote that and take it out of context. He just prefers my videos to everyone's, so yeah.
There you go.
I mean, Uncle Tony does, so why not? I wonder if he's here yet. LA's have 5 head bolts. How about a 2-stage 500 horsepower NOS shot? How about it? I have a NOS plate here, just the one. Oh God, there are so many comments. This is gonna
Yeah,
take me
we're way behind.
I'm gonna have to speed round the comments when you leave. I kind of already am, and it just doesn't matter. I'm still way behind. Donnie says, to this day, reality hasn't hit that I was in Washington to paint a car until I sat in Corn Dog and I saw the Corn Dog. That was good. Colin, your videos are useful and entertaining. All right, I told him. WTF, mate. Dude, I've been getting lots and lots of views and subs and comments from Australia, which is awesome. I guess I'm taking off down there, and they can buy my merch now. So, yeah.
I'll tell you what, sorry, in the last couple of weeks, I've been getting a lot of calls from Rocket lately. Like, hey, I'm a big fan of Dead Dodge Garage. I'm like, great.
Sorry.
That's awesome. Sorry. No, that's cool. It's like, there's a bit of a branding thing. We've talked about this before where it's like, people think I'm Jamie. People think Jamie's me. It's like, but you know what? It's like it's pretty cool because I've been getting a bunch of jobs from it, and it's like Jamie's getting a bunch of jobs from it, and it's all good. It's just like I just gotta.
I thought for sure when I started saying that my name is Jamie at the beginning of every video, and then running your ad that says Tom, and then referring to Tom, and then saying that cars are Tom's, or they're Gary's, or they're Dave's. It just doesn't matter. And everyone's just like, oh, that's a cool car. I like your car. Is it for sale? Will you sell me that car? Hey, you're Rocket Restorations, right? Or you're me. It makes no sense. Like, I've tried. I've done all that I can. I don't understand it.
Anyway. No, it's all good. I give Jamie shit about it all the time, but but it's all good. It's like it's done really well. Like I just got an email from a guy in Montana who's doing a 68 Charger with another 392 Hemi swap, and it's great. Nice. Like we're gonna be able to do that car probably next spring, summer. We're gonna get the car in here and finish it. It's gonna be so much fun doing that 392 Hemi was like, I mean, that thing was so much fun to drive. That Challenger was freaking awesome. So,
dude, I mean, it's still not my thing. It's not what I want, but it's cool, and I get it. It does cool stuff, and I really enjoyed putting that one together. And if that's what they want, that level of attention to detail and quality, I am happy to deliver it again. Like, I really enjoyed that build, and I'm looking forward to the next one. So, yeah. Dave, no, I do not have a complete distributor restoration video up yet. It's funny because I've done a few of them, and I really enjoy it. So I'm planning to do a big Mopar distributor video, like big, because we have so many to look at, like just all the different types, the different year ranges.
Dude, I have everything. Like, I mean, there's Slant 6, there's small block, there's electronic, non-electronic, there's raised deck, low deck. Like you can, I mean, that would be a great video. I think
then we've got old iron bodies back there. We've got poly ones back there. We've got, there's so much. So yeah, there's a lot to cover, and that's something I've envisioned recently. I've been doing these distributors, and I just really like them, and I've been getting into the nuts and screws of them. And so yeah, I think I'm gonna do a big distributor video coming up. So yeah, but not yet. Haven't done it yet. Donnie doesn't know much about distributors, but he can make carburetors look like a pretty tooth. Yeah, dude. Bead blasting, he says. That's bead blasted. And oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, this is when he started with it. That's what it started looking like. And there it is when he bought it off Facebook. Jesus. And there it is when it's done. I can't do that. That's awesome.
Looks like it came out of a swamp in Florida.
Yeah, something like that. We need a bead blaster. We need an ultrasonic cleaner. We need a lot of stuff. We need another shop. I know you're not allowed to have one, but we need another shop. We're gonna have
a bunch of people coming over from Tony's chat.
Nice. So Tony must have finally checked out. He's been going later recently. It's so funny. He usually does pop into the comments here, but he's been doing these marathon live streams. So Michelle Perez is here and says, Tony sent me. How's it going, Michelle? And Blood Bathory as well. Oh, it says, tell Tony I said hello. If I fall asleep, I said I'd be here. Well, thanks for dropping in. Appreciate that. Yeah, here we are. This is it. We're doing the thing. This is Dead Dodge Garage Live, where we answer questions about Mopars and comments and BS about our projects and things we got going on, which at this time in history is a friggin' lot. There's just so much. It's kind of a little less crunch time now with the Red 71 out the door and the convertible out the door. We don't really have any deadlines right now, but there's still a lot
really
to do.
Nice. I mean, yeah, we had a 67 Coronet convertible, and You know, there's always deadlines at the end of summer because you really want to get the customer the car back before the weather goes to crap.
The Studebaker was supposed to be.
Yeah, like the Challenger, we missed like 3 deadlines, I think, on that. But I mean, he got it back in September. Yeah, and then the 67 Cornet convertible, you know, he got it back. He got to enjoy it a little bit this summer. Oh, did you do a video on the problem on that car?
No, I didn't have time. I really wanted to. And I still haven't been able to do a wrap-up video on that project either. So when it comes back this winter, I want to do that. But no, I didn't have time. It just had no time.
You want to tell the story real quick?
Yeah. So somebody else built. Okay, so I did do a video on when we went to break that engine in the car. Yeah. We were using the Mopar or no car as like life support, and we broke it in the car.
Tell people what the car is. I don't think people know which car it is.
So it's a 67 Cornet 500 convertible. It's black. It's an original. It's actually an original red car, right? Or was it?
I think so.
I don't even know, but it was red before. It's black now. It's a big block 500 convertible. You guys, before I got there, converted it to AC, which is crazy. We converted it to a console car. I welded the brackets in for that. We did fuel injection, like so much nice stuff. All kinds of good stuff went into that car. So you can see it in like 4 videos on the channel. 1967 Cornet 500 convertible. So it's a 383 big block. And we went to break that in, and it wouldn't run, and it was just backfiring top and bottom everywhere. It's fuel injected with a sniper, but we were breaking in with a carburetor. You need to do that, by the way. Don't break in with your sniper system. Use a carburetor. In fact, just leave the carburetor on there and sell the sniper system, and you'll be miles ahead. But anyway, we were trying to break it in, trying to fire it up, and we had compression in 1 cylinder, exactly 1. And every other single one was sticking open. It was farting out of everywhere.
It sounded so weird.
And that didn't help. Like, dude, it was crazy. And I got it on camera, just shooting flames out the tailpipes, which was so just cool, but really dumb. We had to put shorter push rods in it. And I thought at the time, there's earlier big block and later big block. They changed the lifter and they changed the push rod design. So the earlier ones have a small ball on one end and big on the other. They're a 5/16 rod with like a 1/4 inch ball on one end. They changed to 5/16, and they're a little bit shorter. So we switched to those push rods, thought, okay, that's what it is. They've got the wrong push rods in this engine. Turns out, I think it's actually supposed to have the others, but for some reason, the installed height of the valves they put in, the valve tips are just way up from where they're supposed to be, and the rockers are sitting at a goofy angle. So now there's all this pressure on the rocker arms. They're wearing the tips of the valves funny. It punched a push rod, which is not all that uncommon. It bent another one. It's just like, it's bad. I got it running, and it ran okay for a while. But,
Well, the customer I contacted is, hey, it's missing. It's not running right. So Jamie spent like a considerable amount of time, like tried the coil, like tried plug wires, did all the stuff. I'm like,
I tested the coil.
Well, I guess we're pulling valve covers, and it passed one push rod. And then the other one's through a rocker.
The other one,
And thank goodness, like he came in and like he was moving it around the yard. Like we had him bring it there. We're gonna work on it. He's an AC tech, so he was helping us charge some stuff. And like we were like,
that was weird.
We were looking at it. We pulled the valve cover, and it's like, and the oil pressure light came on like as he was moving the car around the yard. So thank goodness he didn't drive it over to my house.
Popped a lifter out right
once
there.
Once the lifter pops out, no oil pressure.
Dude, he said the oil light's on, and I was like, how long has it been on? He said it just turned on when I moved it here. Good. So here's the crazy thing. He had brought it by once, and it seemed like it was still hitting on all 8. It was just a little weird, and I went for a drive, and it was coughing. It would idle okay, easy on the throttle, it was okay, but it was like violent. So I thought it had an ignition problem, and I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at that, and no, it had punched a push rod, and then it bent another one. So, just fun times. But we were like, that was big time crunch time because he was there to charge AC systems. He needed his car. We couldn't put it inside. It was the one day that the weather was nice. Like, yes, there was just a thumbs up next to Tom's face, and I have no idea what it was or how it got there. There was a little thumbs up bubble, and it like floated. Yeah, that. Is that just a thing? Nope, doesn't work.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Doesn't work for me. What is going on?
No.
I have no idea.
I'm having way too much fun with this.
That's entertaining.
All right, I gotta check out.
That time.
I'm good. So
late actually.
Everybody, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys, the new subscribers tonight. Really appreciate it. If any guys are going to McCacken, I would love to see you guys there. My channel's at Rocket Resto, so hopefully Jamie can get caught up on the comments. And
maybe
good seeing everybody, and it was fun.
Mark Norman subscribed to you today too, so thanks everybody that subscribed. Excellent. If you haven't Mark. Again, Rocket Restorations, go check them out. All right, see you, Tom.
All right,
good luck. Bye. Woo! We did it. All right, now comes the fun part where I try to catch up on the comments, which will never happen. But thank you all for hanging out. Really awesome. As you know, I appreciate it very much. And if you haven't hit like on the stream, please do that because it does stuff. I don't know what stuff, but definitely stuff. My hair is like intense today. I could see way too much scalp. This is making me uncomfortable. I've said many times when I started wearing hats, it wasn't because of that. But now, since I've been wearing hats and I had a ponytail all that time, it's thinning out on top and it's just ruined. So, yay! Lauren Cahoon is here. Good evening, DDG, and evening, Tom. Evening, Tom, in the future when you're listening. He definitely will, probably. Stacy says, man, I just realized up until now, I may have had the only DDG shirt in the entire country of Canada. What an honor. I'm pretty sure you did. But yeah, there are a couple more headed that way right now. So there you go. Yes, those Hudsons were huge. Those cars are so cool, though. And they were great at NASCAR. Dan, my car has a stripe. So I want the white because my car is red. This is my car, but tiny. It's red with white interior, white top, but a black stripe. And I've always thought, man, if you've got a top, I think the stripe needs to match it. When I saw mine in person, I thought, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. And the funny thing is the brochure one I was just looking at, the one I've been drooling over since I got this. There's my interior. That is my interior right there. It's white, but it has like this champagne finish to it. It's really cool. I always wanted black, ended up with white, and it's cool. See? Red. Color match stripe to the top and the interior. So that's cool. Well, I saw this picture in here and it's my red with the white stripe and it's beautiful. I really like it. But the funny thing is that car actually has a black top and a white stripe. So it's all very silly. But yeah, my car has a black stripe on it now. It's a 383 car. But a previous owner added the stripe and that's fine. I'm fine with that. I think every one of those Chargers needs it. And especially the 68 stripe, personally, I think is the best stripe. So there you go. My sister's free to roadie on Saturday for the show. Very good. Oh, Mark Norman also said, good day from Australia, the future. It's a Monday afternoon here. Love Mopars, love your style, and watch everything you make. Thank you so much, Mark. I really appreciate that. Thanks for being here. And I think you were here before I said, interestingly enough, I've had lots and lots of Australians commenting lately. So I guess I'm doing something right in that neighborhood. Oh, yes. I did forget about the 3-cylinder. There's a tiny tractor engine. I need to just do that. I don't think I'll do a video with it, but I do need to do that. God, I'm super good at everything. Oh, Dan's down with the gunk. Lovely. Well, good luck with that, man. Sucks. Repair and Despair Garage is already stocked up on bad transmissions. Well, there you go. Dude, every one of those 4.6REs is a bad transmission. It's just what happens. 350B motor. Yes, that's another one that no one seems to know exists. I've never seen one, but I know they existed. The 350, then the 361, then the tall deck. And they kind of went from there. But yeah. Yes, daily 67 Impala, and he also has a 64 Fury. That's another daily driver. And it is indeed LS swapped, which is cheating, but it's still a calling car, so it's still a total pile. So there you go. Alfred is here and still has the car that he built in high school shop class, 68 CUDA 383 4-speed. Nice, that's really cool. I like the 383A bodies. I am into that. I prefer the small blocks in those cars. I think they fit better. They're lighter, but 383A body I could get behind. Yeah. It's all about that. That's exactly what it is. My hands look like a bare knuckle boxer. Getting there, yeah, they're pretty rough. This older guy that used to work for me, who had been a mechanic for years and years, his hands were like hamburger, And I looked at that going, mine are going to look like that someday, aren't they? Yeah, sooner than later. Sooner than later. Dan with Mopars 5150 has 66 and 7 Chargers for sale if Tom does not, so you might hit him up. Repair and Despair Garage has a motorhome 440, complete with motorhome, though. Well, I don't want the motorhome. Were you telling me about needing a truck or something to put that engine in once? Or maybe you had a Magnum engine and you needed something to put it in. Maybe that was it. Pretty sure that was you. Old Stuff Rule says, I think I found a 360 for my 65 Barracuda, but it has 318 heads. Is that good or bad? Higher compression, but smaller valves. What do you think? I think for a mile cam, weird, Joel. Yeah, so I guess for some reason your first message didn't get through. That's weird. I hope you're still here. I listened to Big Rock Candy Mountain, but I still haven't learned to play it. I love that song, though. Okay. And I've actually read that that's a good idea. I've never tried it myself, but yes, you get a little compression bump and small valve, small port, so you get port velocity. 318 head on a 360 is a good move for torque, for a torque motor, a street motor that's not going to make a ton of high RPM horsepower, an engine that you're going to use on the street. That could be a good combination for sure. I'm confused. Apparently I was supposed to autograph something for Tarmac, but did Tom send you an e-body shifter? I might have missed the memo on this, or I might have forgotten. I forget everything. Like what I was saying, I forgot that. But yeah, the 318 head on a 360 with a mild cam can make for a good torque and mileage motor. Yes, it will choke it out on the top end. You're not going to get max RPM power. You need the big ports and valves to make that happen. With that cubic inch size anyway, I would think. But yeah, for a street engine, it's fine. It'll work. It'll do cool stuff. Just manage your expectations on a horsepower number. Joel Shooter, apparently his first comment disappeared. Not sure what happened there. I have no control over it. Sometimes comments do not make it through to here. I don't know why. It's happened, I'd say, a handful of times that I'm aware of. So apologies for that. But I'm not the moderator. YouTube is. So it happens. Oh, yeah. Tarmac bought a shifter from Tom. If I was supposed to autograph something, no one asked. So I apologize. Or they didn't. I forgot. But anyway, I still haven't learned how to play Big Rock Candy Mountain. I think I figured out how to play All My Rowdy Friends after the live last week. I listened to it a couple times and I think I figured it out, but I'm not so sure. Dan says there is no 5-minute job on these Mopars. I have a thing I call the 5-minute fix, which is where you just check all the little things real fast. Is it getting full throttle? Is the kickdown right? Is the timing right? Are the mixture screws right? Idle speed, just that kind of stuff. And you look for loose spark plugs and wires that fell off and that kind of thing. It doesn't literally take 5 minutes, but it's pretty fast. There are some things that I can do quickly on these Mopars, but usually you're right. And Dan also says, I'm such a rock star. I turned mounting a stock speaker in a 69 Charger into a 6-hour ordeal the other day. Dude, anything up inside the dash, especially if it's an AC car. Like Tom was talking about doing those controls earlier. Dude, you cannot get in there. It's bad. It's just so bad. Oh, All Classics Restoration says if messages are too long, they won't post and appear dim. You'd think they just wouldn't let you post them at all. So that's interesting. I didn't know that. Good to know. I guess if messages are too long, but I don't know what too long is. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm just a guy and Rust is amazing here. Yep, that's kind of where I'm at. Yep, nice. And Dan subscribed at 600. Nice. All Classics hit 624 subs. Nice. Keep on going, man. 1,000. You just got to keep those goals in sight. Yep. Mine right now is 20, I guess. I mean, I should have just reset it to 100, but I guess I'll reset to 50 when I hit 20. Because it does seem to speed up, but then it slows down. It speeds up, then it slows down. So it's like, I can't rely on any of it. I've been very lucky to experience some periods of quick growth and get to where I am. But, I'm still very small potatoes compared to a lot of channels I could name. So, yeah, cool. Okay, Joel says, yeah, that comment was long. Oh, reminiscing about his 68 440 Charger. Gotcha. Yeah. For whatever reason, guys, super long comments don't come through. I didn't know that. So, good to know. Good to know. Oh, nice. Spencer got that 318. I sold him earlier today on the engine stand. Woo! Congrats. I assume you made it there with all the oil still in the engine. Yep. Good stuff. Oh, functional histories was thinking out loud and on the keyboard. Nice. EK said a while back, of course, quite a while back. Apologies for that. My first car was a 69 Charger. I'm glad I found your channel. Mopar or no car, unless you need to commute to work, in which case Japanese car's okay. But otherwise, Mopar or occasionally a Studebaker. Speed and Demon is here and says, I'm clearing out a screen porch / storage room to make an engine building storage room. Awesome. Cool. I used to have a room like that. It was full. I had to empty it when I closed my old shop. Some of it came here. Most of it went to the storage unit that I now would very much like to empty, because $200 a month for just a pile of engines that aren't making me any money kind of hurts. Oh, yes. Even the American Auto Wire still uses a bulkhead connector. You have to keep an eye on it. Now, that one bolts together, but yeah, same thing. The terminals don't necessarily lock all the way in there. They're a little goofy. Yeah. I wasn't super impressed with that, honestly. I did one of those on that Challenger with the Hemi we did, and I'm not a fan. I made a whole video about it. I'm not a fan. And I have seen prices on early thermoquad cores. I happen to own the very first thermoquad part number, the 71 344 speed. I won't be selling it because I need it. It's the original carburetor off my Demon. My 2-owner original paint 344 speed Demon. But yeah, I kind of know what it's worth. I've got the air cleaner too, and the exhaust manifolds, and the valve covers, and the dual point distributor. I have all of it. And it's all, yeah, it's going to go back on the car someday. HGF2 says, for the upcoming 20K, cut your hair and beard again? Maybe a mohawk? I'm not cool enough to do that. And it's the cold time now, so I kind of need the beard. I have been informed by like literally everyone in my life that I need to keep the beard off or short. So I guess I need to start doing it with the guard or whatever. I just don't have the patience. I kept up on keeping it clean shaven for a while. And then the last time I shaved was the day before I went to Chicago to get the Charger. So this beard has been to Chicago. But yeah, I do need a haircut. I feel like we did it once. We don't necessarily need to do it again. It would be fun to roll it into another video, but not in the same way. Someone said in a comment, I just saw this on my Facebook page, actually. If you guys aren't following me on Facebook, that's fine, because I don't do a whole lot on there, but I am on Instagram. I post on there pretty often. Anyway, someone commented on the 10,000 sub special and said, I hope this isn't going to become a hair care channel. Yeah, we're not going there. My sister says, depending on the day, she'd love to lend a hand. She's a good assistant. Yeah, you could go get things and drink ciders, and maybe help on comments. Yeah, so it'll just be the whole family building a thermoquad. All Classics Restoration also has a couple thermoquads sitting around. Yeah, I have 5 or 6 of them. I actually have one of the original performance thermoquads that was made to bolt on in place of a quadrajet. I have one of those, which is pretty cool. I've heard those are kind of valuable. And then, yeah, I have the 71 344 speed one. I've got my fair share, and there are many, many more at Tom's place. So yes, dear. Oh, there's a Charlie dog. Get that Charlie dog out of here in case the fleas try to attack her. Go, get her out. Get her out. I mean, most of them are dead because it's cold, but there's still some hanging around. So we don't want that to happen to poor Charlie dog. Beaker 138 says I could pull off a mohawk. Well, maybe. And I do apologize, guys. I am not going to get through all of the comments. It's an impossibility. I'm supposed to leave in 4 minutes. I'm getting down to the bottom. I'll probably have to pick and choose. So I apologize if I miss your comment. It is almost Rumble time.
Dad, I'm putting chocolate syrup in your orange juice.
How dare you! And Caitlin says hi. Yes. No, Robert Hill, you're right. The best car for a daily driver is a 50-odd-year-old A-body with a slant. Jap car, not so much. If I can find another good one, I will daily drive it for sure. McLovin Garage wants to know what I would choose for an autocross car. It would definitely be A-body. I love A-bodies. They're my go-to for anything, frankly. Drag car, got a daily driver, got 2 drag cars, kind of. Street strip car, dedicated drag car. Yeah, if I were going to do a handling car, I'd do another A-body. I'm an A-body guy. I love A-bodies. They're my thing. So that would be my choice. E-body's great, but they also cost much more. Glenn Uromi is not looking to change the wiring, just what the plug in the firewall. Is that still difficult? No, you can repair it. It can be repaired with new connections there. Or you could do pass-through wires like I was talking. I need to do a just firewall connector video someday. I've talked about it in my charging system video and my no crank, no start, but I haven't done a video on them. There are a good few things you can do to improve things there without replacing it. That would be my preference, would be to fix it. Brent Forte says, old stuff rules. We have an old stuff rules here. Back in the 90s, one of my friends had a 360 with 318 heads. Believe it or not, a 2-barrel carb. There are plenty of 2-barrel 360s. And it ran great. It was in a 72 satellite. Nice. I had a 72 satellite with a 318 with Magnum manifolds and a 2-barrel, and it was awesome. Just nothing special. Nothing special at all. Wow. Mopars 5150 Dan has LS mounts for the Javelin. Those are commercially available. That is good to know. Very good to know. Bill Johnson said, oh, yeah. Tom read that comment, so I'm going to skip past that. Oh, that might have been his old car. Wow. Race car shop was in California. Mostly vintage. Oh, F1 and Can-Am cars with some of the owners' exotics thrown in. Like a candy store, except the pay. Yeah, Roger. Oh, that was a 74 Avanti. I know nothing about one. I didn't even know 74? They made them that late? Huh. What is it? No, not that. No, don't do that. Huh. Oh, that's that. Huh. I did not know those hung around that long. I know they switched to Chevy Power at the end of the party. But, interesting. I know nothing about those cars that late. Wow. Joel is out. See you later, Joel. John and Nadi as well. Yes, it's quite late here for you guys over in the other parts of the country. So thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate that. I'll probably play a song or something in a minute. Avanti 2 Chevy Motors. Yep. Got it. Yeah, I have seen one, but I know nothing about them. Rainy Day Auto found Dead Dives Garage by looking up Valiants. I love the Llama Barn Valiant. I have one just like it. I got it right out here, and there will be more videos on that coming. Very cool. All right. We're really going to have to speed run comments, and I actually did kind of respond to a bunch of these. We've done that. We did that. Nice. Shed by the Tracks does his own music too. Cool. Okay, I don't know him. Very cool. David Biznett subscribed to Rocket tonight. Thank you. Hey, Cave Dave, if you're still hanging out, thanks for dropping in. As you can see, everything's a hectic mess here. Chris Free Messenger as well. Welcome if you're still here. Duddy's has tacos. Some of the time, yes, Duddy has tacos, which is awesome. 66 Charger license plate light. Aren't those a round 2-pin single filament short glass? It's 13 something. I'm not sure, but O'Reilly should be able to look that up for you. Fender well header of the world. That's what my Barracuda's got. Yep. My Mopar, is a great resource. Service manuals, wiring diagrams, all kinds of cool stuff. And I said that, but good morning to Patrick Ramberg. Oh, Dan checked out a while ago. So thanks for being here, Dan. And we will catch you later. Bell James checked out early too. See you later, man. Bill Johnson's putting an 8 HP 70 into the 904 hole in the Cornet is going to be amusing. Yes. Yeah, but at least you're a Cornet, so you have room for a 727. But still, I mean, yeah, you don't have room in there without some modification. Tony was able to join our live when I was on the road, when I was coming back from Chicago, the last time Tom was on with me, Tony joined our live. It took some figuring. Uncle Kathy got him set up, and he did join us, but there were some minor technical difficulties. It was really fun. It was super cool having him on. He had been teasing doing a joint live with me for some weeks before then, and we've still talked about it. It hasn't happened yet. I hope it does. It would be really awesome. I very much enjoyed talking to him. We had a lot to talk about. And if you want to see that live, it's it's Dead Dodge DDG Live, the Where the Heck Am I Sunday streaming special. And yeah, it's me and Rocket Tom for the first like hour and 20, and then Tony got on, maybe hour and 40. It's the longest live I've ever done by far. I missed out on getting a Wop Chop in Butte, which is it's a good story. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Twisted Mopar Garage. I'm not doing a Trail Duster. I'm doing a Ram Charger, and it's running, up and running. I'm going to have a video coming next week. Bill Johnson. I don't have any FMJ knuckles, but I have an entire F body. You'd probably just have to buy that. Yeah, Avanti was made up to the 80s. They weren't Studebaker after 65 because Studebaker bit the big one. That's very interesting. Yeah. I didn't know they lived that long. I had no idea. I knew that name existed later. I've seen it in catalogs, but I didn't know that. So that's really cool. My sister says, "Oh, if we don't drink the whole cider, we can't crush the empty and throw it over the shoulder. That's an important part of it." Yep, good times. No beret, thanks for being here, and we'll catch you later in the comments. Andrew Button migrated here from Uncle's channel. Very cool. Ed Hackett, it does not have to be Olympia beer, although Olympia beer is the water. Chris Disner, something like that, dropped in a while ago and said, "Hello, everyone." That appears to be a 60s Power Wagon. Nice. Thanks for joining us. Bloodbath 3 is a Chevy guy, but Tony sent me. Nice. I have all kinds of useful information for Chevy guys as well. But I do Mopar. I love Mopar. And the thing is, like, when I started my channel, my thinking was, Tony goes out of the way to make his videos broad and appear to everybody. And I really am just so much in the nuts and bolts of the Mopars. I figured I could just really hone in on that. And so that's what I've done. I've made that my niche. And I like it there, but I do all kinds of things that apply. Yeah. Boost numbers. Boost is a measurement of resistance, back pressure, a lack of flow. It's air stacking up and creating boost. So a given boost number on 4 different combinations is not gonna mean the same thing. It doesn't mean the engine's eating the same amount of air. It doesn't mean the same amount of power added. It doesn't. Yeah. So the boost number itself does not tell the whole story. Still, a number north of 20, that's a lot. But yeah, it doesn't tell you the whole story. It's a lot more complicated than that. And I'm not the guy to explain how all that works. I just happen to know that. Maybe we will eat the chips for the 20,000 sub special. Tim said, "Thanks for keeping me awake a bit longer. Ended up getting a late email for an impromptu job interview tomorrow that could put me in the driver's seat negotiating with my current company." I've done that. I had a handshake bona fide job offer for like $4 more than I was making. So it got me a $2 or $3 raise. But the other thing was I worked at an O'Reilly at the time, and you get an employee discount for your cars only. It's really, really good. It's very good. And so he said, "Listen, I'll give you a raise. I'm not matching it, but here's how much you saved on Mopar parts this month. So you might consider that." Like, just how much I saved. I bought so much. Some months I bought more than my paycheck from that place doing all the builds I was doing. So anyway, that was a long time ago. Alfred says, "Oh, the Pikes Peak Tesla. I've seen it." Robert Hill says, "LA is 5 bolts per cylinder. How about a 2-stage 500 horsepower nitrous shot?" I'm sticking NA for now on the small block, but someday I will do that. Bye. How about a dual plate setup on my tunnel ram? Yeah, I think I'd be more likely to do turbo. And I really want to put a small roots blower on a small block someday. There's a company in Australia that makes a manifold for it. And I want to do that. I think that would be cool. Steve1961P, who commented, I think earlier today, or was it yesterday? Not sure. I think it was earlier today, and has been in the comments many times, says, never change the show, Jamie. It's far better than some of them you talk about liking. Well, thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. I'm not planning on changing. I'm going to do different things as they come. I'm going to do, like I did a Studebaker video today. I never thought that would do well on the channel, but I had to do it. I did the video, and it did do very well. So that is proof to me that I can do different types of cars, you know, different things that aren't necessarily Mopar. And I'll do them as they come, you know, as I think they're a good fit. But I'm not going to change my approach. I'm not going to change how I do this. I'm not going to change who I am. Just for everyone's info, that Studebaker video now has 8,900 views, which is like, that's pushing the most views I've ever gotten on a video in a day, period, but definitely in this many hours. That's crazy. So yeah, don't worry about that. I'm not going to change. So I'm always going to be who I am. And that's the great thing. It's like telling the truth versus lying. If you just tell the truth, then you don't have to remember a story. If you lie, then it complicates things. And so these videos is kind of my version of telling the truth. Like, it's just who I am. It's how these things go. I'm not putting on a front. This is a pretense-free zone, as some have said. It is what it is, and it will always be that. So for better or worse, here I am. So thank you very much, Steve. Appreciate that. If Tony's here, he's staying quiet. I don't know if he's still streaming. Like I said, I've been seeing him go late recently. My daughter stole my phone, so now I can't check. But anyway, if you're here, hi, Tony. Hope to stream together again someday soon. I really want to do that. I think we could have a blast. It's only a lie if you don't believe it. Something about double think, our duty to the party, and that's all I got. Tony hates Robert Hill, and he's okay with it. Nice. Good stuff. Yes, appreciate all you guys coming over from Tony's. There's a good bit of crossover between our channels. It is completely by design, 100%. I really like Tony. I've always appreciated the information that he has. I've learned so much from him. And just to be honest, like, a good bit of the information that I share here is kind of his info repackaged with my take on it and things that I know. Like, there would never be any denying that you know, Tony's a huge influence on me and on this channel. So I'll always be indebted to him for that. And it does make sense, you know, if you guys also like my channel, because we are not the same, but there is definitely some crossover in the information and the general attitude. So thank you. Mr. PF Flyer dropped in about a half hour ago and said, sorry, I'm late. I was busy baking studs. So I guess you made it to the end of my video. Thanks for that. I'm glad you guys like, yeah. We always called it the Strudel Baker. Yes, I have seen a Paxton blown, not in person, but I've seen him online. The Paxton blown Mr. Norton 340 Demon. It's not the same, but very similar technology. And that's cool. That is cool. Someday I'll play with belt-driven superchargers too. I don't know that I'd use that type, though. I think I'd probably use the more modern type. But yeah, I've seen them. Pretty neat. I'm really glad you guys do like the Studebaker video. Of course, if you're in my live stream, you're probably a hardcore follower, and you probably watch whatever I put out, and I appreciate that too. But man, the response on the Studebaker video that has really told me something. That's cool. So yeah. Thank you. Rich Jordan, found out my 71 has a 63 starter in it, and the rebuild parts, brush block solenoid I got, will not work. Maybe a starter differences in starter rebuild video. I'm going to be honest. I have had zero luck rebuilding starters. Zero. None. Now, I haven't tried it in a long time, but I've never really gotten into them with any great success. So that's not in my wheelhouse right now. I've done the charging system video talking about the different types of alternators, but I'm not really that versed on the different starters. As far as I know, they're 2-bolt. They're starters. They're the same starter on everything forever. Or then the mini starter, the later Nipodenso starters that retrofit right in there. I really don't know a whole lot about them beyond that. So yeah. Jeffrey Gall, or I'm assuming it's Gall, or Gallet, or something even fancier than that. I don't know. But said, just found Dead Dog's Garage this week while looking for help troubleshooting electrical on my 84 D150. I've done a video on an 84 D150. The drawings in the spirals helped, and yes, I checked the ground. Always with the grounds. It's the grounds. It's never the grounds. Thanks, Jeffrey. Yep, cool. Yes, the artist's renderings. It's a big part of the experience around here with the technical explanations. Tony B says, I wish I lived closer to you guys. I need some stuff done on my Challenger. It just would not make sense to ship it from St. Louis. Nah, it probably wouldn't, unfortunately. But yeah, wish we could help. We can't save all of them. We can't hug every cat, but we are getting to help a lot of people up here in the Pacific Northwest. So I feel really good about that. It's cool. The Dart Sport build, I don't know if I properly explained this on video, but the Dart Sport I did a video on last week that you guys seem pretty excited about. That car, the owner shipped up here from California for me to build it. So that's cool. If you guys are willing to pay the shipping and wait until I can do it, I'd love to be involved with your projects, you know. If it's something that I can do, I can't do full restorations. We could take those at Rocket, but I can't take them here. But yeah, if shipping makes sense, I'd love to be involved. Alcier can't say what's my dream car. It changes every minute. 70 AAR is high on my list. That's a good one. But I do love pop-top Ram Chargers and macho power wagons. I didn't even know that a macho pop-top Ram Charger was a thing until a week ago. It's really easy for me to say what my dream car is. In fact, if you look on the one-of-its-kind corn dog charger package, it will explain to you that this was indeed my dream car, and somehow I bought it. And I've never been pleased to waste more money on a car. Anyway, good times. Oh, Beaker dropped in late and just missed Tom. Yeah, he just dropped out, unfortunately. He's got to put his kids to bed. My kid is on the late shift. Doesn't go to bed until 10. Oh, cool. Alfred's looking for something to build into a vintage gasser. Doesn't have to be pretty. Nice. I mean, there are lots of great options out there. My vision on a straight axle car gasser style build for a long time has been a 55 Plymouth. My friend has one. It's just sitting there. It's just good enough to save, but just rusty enough to not restore, you know. It would be great. I kind of like the gasser style for my 66 Barracuda. I'm sort of going for that, but I don't want to do the full straight axle treatment. I want to keep stock suspension, at least for now. Absolutely. Dude, I even want to do a Tri-5. I would love to do a postcard Tri-5. I think they're beautiful. Everyone has done it, and that's why I'm kind of more thinking Plymouth. But I really want to do that style of a build someday. I love vintage drag cars. They're just like, they're one of my favorite things. I think they're awesome. And especially the ones that are very similar to a factory car, you know? I really am very into that. So yeah, you'll find something. I mean, people gassers build Fairmonts, so you know the world's your oyster, man. But yeah, some kind of 50s car or 60s car. I've seen some early A-bodies done as straight axle cars that look really good. Andrew Button says, do you think it's easier to put a 4-speed and engine at once or put in the trans after the engine is in? I'd prefer to drop it all in together. I don't think there's any particular value in doing the 4-speed after the fact. I think it's about the same either way. It really doesn't matter. I don't think the transmission is heavy, so if you don't have a jack or 3 friends to go under there with you, you know, I prefer to drop it in all together. It's faster. When I did my Demon, I did whole drivetrain out, whole drivetrain in. That is my preferred way to go with the 4-speed especially. But yeah, I can't say it would be easier to do it after. So I guess I would say it's easier to do it all at once. But if you already have the engine in there and you're just converting to a 4-speed, I did my Charger that way. It wasn't that big a deal, you know, to do it after the fact. Take the automatic out, knock in the pilot, flywheel on, pedals in, cut the hole in the floor, mock the transmission up, cut the hole, you know, transmission out, cut the hole back in. After the fact works fine. So either way, you know, whatever is convenient for your build and what you've got going on. I wouldn't say you need to take the engine all the way out to do it if that's where you're at. And I did that 4-speed in that Charger with no tranny jack. I did it with a floor jack and wood blocks by myself. It was an iron one. I could have died, but I didn't. Robert Hill saw a 58 DeSoto with the 350B motor, and someone, Andrew Button said Christine cars had those too. Yeah, 58. Yep. Oh, Rainy Day Auto said, Dead Dodge Garage, I love your channel. Thanks for all you do. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I'm happy to be here, doing what I'm doing. Man, this is just like, it's like a dream I didn't even had come true. So, yeah, pretty awesome. Nice. Oh, Bill Johnson says Bottle Rocket was what got him looking for another Coronet a few months ago. Yeah. And someone was talking about a 500 shot of nitrous. Well, just wait till Bottle Rocket's done. Good times. Nice. Okay, there's some crosstalk here. Some comments we got to already. Johnny says, good night, bro. And you look like Bob Seger. I don't know if I should feel good about that or not. 64 of you long haulers, thanks for hanging out. I really want to get to the bottom of the comments. It's like my whole thing. Steve1961P has never seen a Gasser Volare. I don't know if anyone's ever seen a Gasser Volare. Mopar official licensed product from Proform. Any good or are they garbage? Distributor kit comes with distributor, new wiring harness, and ignition control module. I have one. It looks like a really nice part. I can't speak to the quality of the modules. They probably suck. The harnesses are fine. The distributors look really good. So yeah, I think you're good there. I think Proform is pretty decent stuff. Yeah, I think that would be fine. And I think that one you will find is the adjustable curve distributor. That's what I have anyway. And that's a nice part. Yeah, again, my answer on a handling car is an A-body. In fact, I'd probably just do the Llama Barn because it's already mostly built for that. It's a daily driver handling car. Interesting. Rainy Day Auto says, yes, I have. Yes, the ballast resistor they provide is goofy. It's not correct. Other than that, it works good. Yep. And yeah, Robert Hill seemed very upset when I said Japanese cars were okay. I want to be a hardcore Mopar or no car guy. I really do. But I need to get to work and pay the bills. And yeah, a Slant 6 car will get me there. And I'd love to do it that way. But also with the way gas is, I really want 35 miles a gallon. You know, I started building a mileage Barracuda and I didn't have the time to get it done because I had to get to work. So anyway, Rainy Day Auto said Mohawk all the way. I can't envision myself with a Mohawk. I don't know if you could tell, I don't care about my appearance much, clearly, but at the same time, I kind of take myself too seriously. Does that make sense? I can't do a Mohawk. I'm just not that guy. I don't think I'm cool enough. I don't have any tattoos. I don't have any piercings. I'm just not that guy. I've never had crazy hairdo. It's just not me. I think it's pretty damn close to Rumble time. I think it is. I think most people are checking out. Again, thanks to everyone that's still here. Super cool. McLovin Garage, I have to say, I've never seen your channel. Someone says they love it. So now I'm going to have to click over and do this. McLovin Garage, 3,800 subscribers. Woo! Is that a V10? Yeah, 96 Ram, 2500 V10, 5-speed. Nice. Just put out a video on that today. Ooh, C4, the Coronet. Wait, that car looks familiar. Did I find you on Instagram or something? Because all these, or maybe I did check out your channel. I don't know, because all these cars are looking familiar. Anyway, I'm gonna hit the subscribe. Let's do it. Looks like there's cool Mopar stuff happening over at McLovin Garage, so check him out. Nice. I have hit the sub thing, and I'll see your videos later. But your cars look familiar. I feel like I found you on Instagram or something. Yes, my sister's right. Me with the Mohawk tattoos and piercings would look much more like her. Someone else was asking me about finding a Diplomat. Andrew Button wants to find a Fifth Avenue. Someone was asking me about a Diplomat. I can't help. I don't know. Oh, man. I'm getting down here. Tarmac, I'm not planning to be back in Chicago anytime soon. There was a good chance I would have made it to McCacken next weekend, but I had already committed to do something else, so I didn't do that. All the people checked out, which is all good because it is super late where most of these people are at. I understand. Don't blame them. No Knuckles, you'd have to give me $800 for the whole F body. Yeah, what's one more? $800 plus shipping. It's on its way to you. Disc brakes and everything. Slant 5, runs and drives, 3-speed, slip and clutch, no exhaust system. It's awesome. Trunk lid we're going to have to tape shut because it's stuck open right now because it's that bad. Yes, Studebaker, I thought they were built in Canada earlier than that. I thought they started in 60. Yeah, that's it. Yes, okay. So they were built in Canada 64 and 5.2, I believe. Or is it 65, 6.7? Damn it. I can't remember. But yeah, they didn't make Studebaker engines anymore. They closed that plant. They had Chevy inline 6s and V8s. Yeah. Yep. The end of the line Studebakers are goofy. Robert Hill says, boost? Nah, spray. I like the idea, but I don't know. I gravitate more toward boost. I don't know. The magic ghost sauce in the bottle. And the other problem with NOS here is there's nowhere I can buy it. So I'm going to have to travel just to fill bottles. I'm going to have to keep a bunch of bottles around. Like, man. Yes, Beaker, I do seem to have a bunch of Canadian fans, which is awesome. Really appreciate that. I have been accused of being West Coast Canadian. That is not correct, but it's close. I'm going to put this on the board because it gives me the warm and fuzzies. Thanks again for that, Steve. Really appreciate it. Steve's been around the channel in the comments for quite a while now. I can't say how long, but it's been a bit, and I really appreciate that. Beaker138 also said, yes, I just put $27,000 into my 67 Barracuda. Just some upgrades, no bodywork. Yeah. Yep. If you get out of control with this, buying new nice parts, man, it gets expensive. It gets really expensive. And that's not the way I like to do things. It just isn't. And that, again, that's where Uncle Tony just like, yeah, that's my thing. The budget builds are fun. I don't want to, I'm not a rich person. I'm a poor dude. I've built everything I've had carefully, barely. I need to buy parts for like 4 different projects right now. My charger needs a radiator. My Barracuda needs a ton of stuff. What's my other car? My Power Wagon needs fenders and a bunch of things. And I can't afford it. I can't. So yeah, high buck builds like that just aren't what you're going to see around here. It's all budget stuff. And it's mostly stock parts, played with. And that's just what I like. Tim wants to do a performance turbo slant in a rare Coronet convertible. If I ever find one with a tiny engine option. Blue Pill's kicking in. Tim, out. Night, Tim. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. You even stayed till overtime. Yeah, I'm going to do a turbo slant. That is coming up. Oh, Andrew Button says Tony did conclude his show, so it's possible he's lurking in the comments, but I don't know. Either way, no, Kelly Smith. It's not an Eminence front. Yep, we talked about that. Yep, very similar design. Tony inspired Robert Hill to start writing in the 80s. He thought if he could do it, anyone could. I've read a lot of Tony's articles. I've never read any of yours. No offense. So I don't know. No comment, I guess. I fancy myself a bit of a writer, but I've never really gotten a chance to actually write articles or write-ups on projects and things. I'd like to do that, but it just turned right into video for me. Andrew Button says, anybody that loves C-Body is a friend of mine. Thank you for the awesome programming. Thank you, Andrew. Really appreciate that. Oh, awesome. The Maxman 71 is 100% Mopar. Just found the channel. I'm here forever. Thank you, Maxman 71. Appreciate that. I think there's a car in your picture, but it's really hard to tell. Gasser Diplomat. I bet that has not been done. Or a Murata, yeah, our body. Maxman 71 is looking for a Murata body. Good luck. I've never seen one. Andrew Button wants to find an M-body 5th Avenue and put a 4-speed in it. I like where your head's at. I've got a 91 Winnebago van with a 4-speed. Magnum swap and a 4-speed. Nice. Oh, Bill Johnson follows me on Instagram. WIWT Fab. I don't know what it stands for, but cool. Good night, Beaker. Thanks for being here. Marine Bulldog. Oh, just subscribe to your channel. Love the Studebaker. Awesome. Thank you very much. It seems the Studebaker is popular, so there will definitely be at least one more video coming on that before it leaves. I'm surprised. I've been very surprised by the love for the Studebaker. I think as of now, that video, it has to be over 9,000. It's over 9,000. It's 9,300. 4-post lift, not under hoist. Chain falls suck. I have all three. I have a hoist that I use for the engine, a 4-post lift for that kind of thing, and a 2-post. I don't understand that comment. There are a ton of comments I'm going to have to go respond to. If you guys don't know, I can't respond to every single comment, but I do read all of them. All of them. Tim says Diplomat with an 8-liter V10. I want a V10 something. They're big and stupid and different, and you have to use the special V10 transmission setup, but I want to do one in something. There's one locally I could go get. That someday. Andrew Buttons one up to that and said Diplomat with a Hell Crate. I like where your head's at. I'm not going to do it, but damn it, someone has to. If Dodge wants to sponsor me and send me a Hell Crate, I'm willing. I'm willing. But I won't be doing it on my dime. MaxBen71, always wanted to run a Dodge Dynasty through the 10-minute oil change with a 440 rear wheel drive in it. What's the 10-minute oil change? I don't know what that is, but cool. Andrew Button says, you need to be the first one to find out how a stock lean burn system will take a big shot of nitrous. I'm going to do a lean burn video as soon as I can, but it's going to be on how to get rid of it. Thank you, YT Viewer. Appreciate that. YT Viewer was in Tacoma, Washington, which is pretty close to me, and I wasn't able to meet up with them. We had our annual family Halloween pumpkin fest thing going on. So yeah, unfortunately I wasn't able to get there. Wish I'd been able to. Would have been really cool, but I'm sure our paths will cross at another time. So thanks for being here as always. Good night, Cypher F. Thanks for hanging out this late. Xman71 says, how do I not know about this channel? My son's putting floors in an 83 Ram Charger. Fun. Donnie says 10-minute oil change, quickie lube or something. But I still don't know what he means by that. Donnie also says he can vouch for the bloopers being in the videos, so we don't need a blooper reel. It's just not necessary. WIWT-FAB is my side business. Friends kept asking me why I was buying all the tools, etc. What are you going to build? Standard answer was became whatever I want to. Whatever I want to, Fab. Nice. Awesome. Oh, Dave Hill enjoys my videos and also just started watching. Thank you very much, Dave. Appreciate you being here. Canadian 4-wheel drive keeps showing up late, working in the shop. Well, you made it, so at least there's that. I'll just open every single video with every live stream with Smokestack Lightning, and then I'll close them all with Rumble. My current band, I mean, we haven't played literally since the show where we closed our shop, which was over a year ago. We haven't done anything. We opened and closed that show. It's our one show that we've played. We opened and closed it with Rumble. It's hilarious. Sing a song of Newport, pocket full of sea body. No idea. I got nothing. This is too much rock and roll. Let's see. All right. Changing gears. Let's see if I can actually do this. I don't know if I can. I think I can. I think I figured it out. slower, man. All my rowdy friends have settled down, and they seem to be more into laid-back songs. I still did it wrong. Yeah. Seem to be more into laid-back songs. Nobody wants to get drunk and get loud. Everybody just wants to go back home. I myself have seen my wilder days, and I have seen my name at the top of the page. I need to find a friend just to run around. Nope. No, it's gone. Hold on. Dang it. Where does it go? Nobody wants to get drunk and get loud, and all my rowdy friends have settled down. No, that's totally wrong. All right, well, I thought I figured it out, but I actually didn't. I didn't figure it out at all. So that's the good news. I am definitely joining the Dodge Rebellion, and I've got Dodge fever. So, yeah, I caught it. I caught it a really long time ago. And just like herpes, it's with you for life. All my Max Wedge friends have settled down. It's in G. That's what it is. And all my rowdy friends have settled down. I don't think that's what you meant, but that song is in G, actually. Yeah. Good times. All right, well, this has run really, really long. I think it's the second longest live ever. So that's good. Unintended, but still pretty good. Anyway, I think it's about that time. I'm getting hungry, you know. I'm going to finish my beverage. I was glad for the multiple commenters that appreciated the horrible slurping sounds in the Studebaker video. I've done that before. Somewhere, someone who's like super sensitive to mouth noises just gets absolutely grossed out whenever they watch my videos. So, good times. Okay, guys. Hey, guys. Welcome to my channel. I think it's time we call it. 53 of you made it to 2.5 hours, so that's awesome. Really appreciate it. What more to say that hasn't been said? Appreciate you guys coming in here every week and live chatting and stuff. When you on, Dead Dodge? When you on? Oh, when am I usually on? I'm live here every Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific Coast, United States time, PST, 6 o'clock PST. So I don't know where you're at, but excuse me. But that's it. Every Sunday, 6 p.m. my time. So there you go. About this time, but 2.5 hours earlier every week is when I'm on. So yeah, I do have, I will have a special different live stream coming up. The 20,000 subscriber special is going to be, I rebuild a thermoquad on camera live, probably out of like 5 different thermoquads. I'm going to need a couple of these. It'll be fun. So yeah, every Sunday I am here doing this thing. Nice. Thanks, Chris. It wasn't that nice, but it is what it is. I'm gonna figure out how to play that Hank Jr. song. It's a simple country song. Why am I having such a problem with it? I don't know. Bill Johnson, I will see you next Sunday, assuming you remember. I remember because this is like group therapy for me, so I'm always here. But thanks for chatting and hanging out. Really appreciate that. We'll catch you later. You too, McLovin Garage. Thanks for an entertaining evening. Have a great night. You too. I will see you later. Canadian 4-Wheel Drive says good night. Got to get back to building my 360. Try and be here on time next week. Well, you know, whatever. Sounds good. I actually enjoy all of the Hanks, Maxman71. All of them. Night, Kelly Smith. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to hit the button, and I will see you in the comments, and I'll see you here next week. So take it easy, and if it's that easy, take it twice. And remember, flammable and inflammable mean the same thing. Bye-bye.